One to the track, please. Race number 22. You're going to be my turn. Going to be four-wheel drive 13.5 Pro Stock Buggy. Four-wheel drive 13.5 Pro Stock Buggy. You're going to be my turn marshals. Race number 1 to the track, please. Race number 22 to the track to marshal.
And good afternoon, everybody. We are live from the iconic Coral Springs RC Raceway here in Coral Springs, South Florida. We are very close to the actual F1 race that's going on, not too far away from here. We are the Elite RC Productions crew. I am Lefty the Great of the No Name RC podcast. And now we are ready for our double finals here for the Florida RC Championships 10 scale series, round number 4. Good. I want to thank all of you guys for joining in. I do know that you have a choice to watch today, but if you're a 10 scale fan and a Florida RC fan, I'm sure you guys will like this. It's truly been my pleasure to come down to the iconic Coral Springs and hang out for a little bit and do some 10 scale off-road. That's something I've never personally been to physically, is 10 scale off-road on clay. And it is starting to get hot, and that means the traction is coming up, and we're going to see the lap times go down. As Danny Paz gets everything going, we are live on the Elite RC Productions YouTube page as well as our Facebook page. And we would appreciate if you guys can give us a little share, like, and notification button. Help grow RC, help us grow our channel. We will have moving cameras, so don't go anywhere. If you want to chill out and watch some old school outdoor clay 10 scale racing, this is the place to be, as we are about to get ready to do some 10 scale racing. Up first is 17.5 two-wheel drive Buggy. Gets the first bump, the winner of B2 gets the second bump, and it goes on like that. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for participating in the waffle as well, as we get our Facebook feed up and going. Let's get this shirt up so we could get some people in here as Danny Paz gets things ready. And we are busy. Next week we are off to the SO Raceway up there in near Tampa for their grand opening. Then, of course, we have the Florida RC Championships 8-scale series the following week in Tallahassee in Capital City Raceway. Looking forward to going up there, seeing a new track, new everything for me. My goal is to try and see every track here in Florida before I leave this earth, so I can knock Coral Springs off my list of tracks that I've seen now. As we get ready for some 10th scale 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy, brought to you by GS Hobbies. We'd like to thank GS Hobbies for all their support. If you're out there in the chat, thank you for joining us. As we get ready for some, and there's some guy talking in my ear. It sounded like me. As these drivers get lined up. Remember, there are double B mains for all lower mains. It's all double B mains the entire day. But winner of B1 will bump up to that one spot. Doesn't have to race the second race. The winner of B2 will bump up and race. Will be the second bump up. And we are off. It looks like Dustin Ike is leading us off in that pink and blue. Pink wing. And he gets it wrong over that triple, and that's going to allow, I believe, Jeff Brown to come by. We'll see when he comes across the scoring here very shortly. 5-minute races, and he stuffs it in the wall. So actually, Kyle Rollins. So it's Kyle Rollins, Breck Burns, Joseph Bio, Dustin Eck. Your top 4. There's Brock Burns. He's in 5th. Jeff Brown, Omar Colina, Chase Hollybach, John Hancock, Dror Max, and Mike Herrick. Oh, wow. We have a battle going on here. As they go up and over that tabletop, it's still Kyle Rollins out front, followed by now Dustin Ike back in second. Now, remember, he wants to get up in first. He wants to get into that bump spot and start a little position up. And he is not going to do it like that as he gets it wrong coming up into that step up. So, unfortunate for Dustin. He's probably going to have to do this all over again. There's Nico Parr doing the turn marshal duties right now. So there it comes. Kyle Rollins for 26.3 in that 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy brought to you by GS Hobbies. Up and over the... I really love this part of the track as they come up into the step up. I love rhythm sections like this where you jump up. He isn't liking it right now. And that's going to allow Dustin Ike back. So Dustin gets back into that first position, that pink and blue. We have a cotton candy Ryan Lutz themed car out there. Up and over that little speed bump. Safe line around that. And Dustin back out the front. And he is going to have a 1.3 second up on Joseph Bio. I wonder if he's related to Scott Bio from the 80s. So our winner here will automatically be bumped up into that A final. He does not have to run the B at all. All right, so Dustin Knight coming up on some lap traffic in that pink and blue car. He cannot afford any more mistakes. He has 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. We're halfway through this 5-minute B1. Dustin looking to start on pole and finish first and mark his way and check his spot into that A. There's double A finals later on today. And he is off to a good start after making some mistakes early out. It's Dustin Ike, Joseph Bio, Jeff Brown, Omar Colina, Kyle Rollins, who led for a couple laps, now down in 5th. Breck Burns, Dror Max, John Hancock, Brock Burns, Chase Hollywell, and Mike Herrick. All righty then. So we are now still following Dustin Knight, who has stretched that lead out. Actually, that lead is down to 9/10 of a second. So he cannot relax one bit. This is a very small track. It's very tricky to get that rhythm section right as he make their way over that triple. Up and over the tabletop. There he goes. Let's see what that gap is when they come across. He takes the safe. Ooh, he just bounces it off there. And it's going to be Dustin Knight. Joseph Bio is right behind him. And that blue car, so he is a local racer here at Coral Springs. Up and over there to that special. That was beautiful by Dustin Ike. Now they've got some lap traffic in front of them. These laps cooperate and let our leaders by. Looks like Joseph got it wrong as he stuffed it into the pipe coming onto that back straightaway. That's going to cost him some time. He does have 1 minute to make up some time. He wants to check his ticket into that A final. But Dustin has a plethora, a myriad of traffic in front of him as he navigates it away around him gingerly like the gingerbread man as fast as he can. Up and over the triple once again. Oh, my goodness, and he bounces. It is a whole bunch of kerfuffle. And it looks like Joseph Bio is now in front as Dustin. They're going to get another lap here. So this is the race for the bump up. But I think Dustin's back out front. Let's see. That was a lot of lead changes going on right there. Joseph Bow is now 1 second behind him. There's Dustin in that pink and purple car. Joseph gets it wrong. That's going to end his campaign for this lap, for this race. But he looks to be in good position for B2. Remember, he gets another chance to play and to bump up as we see Dustin making his way over that triple. This will be his last time. He will check his finish into that A1 as he makes it up and over. And Joseph made up a lot of time. He is not too far behind him. 1.3 seconds separates them as they go through. Well done, Dustin Ike, checking his way into that A final. You're finishing on the Dustin Ike, Joseph Bayal, Jeff Brown, Dromax, Breck Burns, Omar Colina, Kyle Rollins, Brock Burns, John Hancock, Chase Hollybaugh, and Mike Herrick. Well done, well done, well done. We're going to have a quick commercial and from our sponsors. Alrighty, and we are back. I am here, and up next is our Exalt RC two-wheel drive 13.5 stock truck. We have Kevin Ramos, C. Dobson, Jason Cezilli, and no Brian Nunez, I don't think. There's Kevin Ramos, one of our 8-scale guys coming over to do some 10-scale racing with us. We definitely appreciate that. Hello to everybody out there in our chat. We are live on the Florida RC Championships Facebook page, as well as the Elite RC YouTube page. If you're just tuning in, don't forget to hit that like, smash that like, sub notification button in the YouTube, and hit that like button on the Florida RC Championships Facebook page. And go over and hit the like on the Elite RC Facebook page while you're at it. Lots of RC content over there on that page. Danny and I just did a track walk that we'll be getting up on YouTube at some point here in the next week. Where's everybody in the chat? We got a few people watching at the moment. As we get ready for our... Oh, and they are off. And that is Kevin Ramos out front in a rental ride from Felix Hobbies. That's Teddy's old car. So Teddy having a tune-in last night at the Felix Hobbies shop, having everybody there. He was there till 2 o'clock in the morning last night, he told me. And I said, that's exactly why I didn't come there, because I knew I wouldn't be home in time. But Kevin Ramos out front in that white, yellow, and blue. I thought that was Teddy's truck earlier, and I was getting video. And behind him is Jason Cezilli, making the trip down from up Newport Richie. And let's see, do we have Kevin Ramos in our... No, we don't have Kevin Ramos in our database, but we do have Jason Cezilli. He is in second, as we want to use one of our new features here that we have. And no, we don't have... Oh, there we go. There's Jason, and he is doing that. And we are going to show you something that we think is pretty cool here at the Elite RC Productions team. And hold on, Danny, I will get this up. All right, we are on board with Jason Cizilli. That's not Jason. Is that Jason? No, that's not him. That is, no. Jason is behind this guy. Jason's currently in third. That is Kevin Ramos that we're following. And I want to say C. Dobson. Yep, that's C. Dobson. Nope, that's somebody with an invisible truck. There's Jason. Nope, that's not Jason either. Oh, no, I think Jason's out. All right, so let's see who else we can find in her. Let's see. Nope, we don't have anybody in this. Jason Cizilli is back on the track, though. We'll have to wait till the next round to show off our new product. But we are currently following Mr. C. Dobson. Nope, that's not C. This is Brian Nunez, sorry. That is, actually, that is Brian Nunez. So Kevin Ramos is out front. Let's find that battle for the lead here. Kevin Ramos and C. Dobson, they should be coming onto the straightaway very shortly. There's Kevin Ramos, who is currently scored in, nope, C is currently scored in first. So C, Kevin making a big mistake. There's C. Dobson, not using his, making a big switch from carpet. There he's running the 1RC chassis. J Concepts tires and high-tech electronics as he comes across the straightaway. The loop now 28.5 for C. He's got 1 minute left to go. He's got a 7.7 second lead up on Kevin Ramos. So C looking to punch his ticket into that A final as he makes his way up to this rhythm section. Nice. It has to double single as he gets a little bit squirrely on the landing. Up and over this tabletop he goes. I want to say a big shout out to the Coral Springs crew for all their hard work. They've been blowing the track off in between runs and that groove starting to come up. It's a little overcast right now. It's not as sunny, so you can't really see it. And there we see C. This is going to be his lap, possibly his last lap. Yep, this will be his last lap. He's on an 11.5.22. Kevin Ramos, Jason Cizilli, and Brian Nunez is going to have another B2 to try and work their way up to the final. This is the Florida RC Championship. So C got by for another lap. That was actually a good lap. He got a 28 flat. So he dropped for, quite some time. Kevin Ramos just threw down his fastest lap of the race and the fastest lap of the race period so far, 26.3. So all right, congratulations, C. Dobson, as he checks his ticket into that A final. C. Dobson, Kevin Ramos, and Jason Cizilli, Brian Nunez in fourth. So Kevin, Jason, and Brian will have to do it all over again in B2 if they want to bump up. Thank you to Exalt RC for their support. Up next is the Complete Construction Novice A1 class. We got Tyler Diaz, Colin Ike, Zane DePrue, Derek LaBouffe, Cutter Ross, Angie Ellis, CJ Craig, and Carter Newman. So the novice class here at the Florida RC Championships are handout cars, rent-a-ride cars. We don't rent them, they're handout. You pay your entry, you get a car. You are responsible for, they are all the RTR team associated ready to runs. The only thing you can change are tires. So stock radios and everything else. Tyler Diaz is our TQ, very cute 9-year-old. He's a local here. Dude, what the hell? Alrighty then. Lefty is here. We are letting these drivers go and get their warm-up laps. All right, so Tyler lining up. He wants to take this win. Remember, so how it works in the A finals is you have 2 finals. A1 that guarantees you a podium spot, 1, 2, or 3. Or top 3, sorry. And then it will come down to time. So if the A2 time is faster than the A1, it goes to the A2 winner who finishes first. If it isn't, then A1 winner will take it. So let's see. The iconic Coral Springs RC Raceway in South Florida. And the sun is out. The wind is out. It's a little bit. And they are off. Ooh, that second place driver, Colin Ike, did not get a good start. Tyler not getting a good start either as he crashes on top of the step up. He's got to calm down. Oh, no, and he stuffs it into the pipe. And I don't know which car this is because I cannot tell. But we'll see. Uh-oh, and they get it wrong. This is your novice class. Nobody getting it right. This car getting it right with the black wheels. We'll see which car it is. Awesome program devised by Lance McDonald here at the Florida RC Championships to get people running in the novice class and keep it as equal as possible. You can change tires as we go to various different tracks here in Florida. And it's going to be Zane DePrew, followed by Colin Ike, Cutter Ross, Angie Ellis, Tyler Diaz, Carter Newman, Tyler Diaz, Derek LeBouf, and CJ Craig having a rough first lap. He hasn't come by the loop yet. There we go. A 55.3. All right, so Zane out front. Uh-oh. Zane getting it wrong. Great marshal by C. And right behind him is Colin Ike. And I drove one of these cars yesterday as I challenged Danny Paz to a death match. And I unalived him out there on the track, on his home track. This is Danny Paz's home track. It brings back such great memories. And I had to douse his dreams of glory ever so much. But right now, Zane DePrew looking to take an A1 win. That is the smart way because it's very hard to jump up in there. These cars are very limited on power. The double sing. Uh-oh. Woo. He does a pirouette. But now off the track. And that is going to allow second place to be right up behind him as we now have a battle for the lead. So Zane going very wide just now. Down the straightaway they go. It's going to be Zane, Colin, separated by 0.3 of a second. Cutter, 1.7 back. So Cutter waiting for these guys to make an error so he can capitalize and pounce. And there is an error for Zane, and there's black in that black-wheeled car. Uh-oh, and there's an error for Colin. So this should bring Cutter in the mix. Zane back in there. Uh-oh, somebody's sending it big time and jumping. Oh, my goodness, they are absolutely flying. I'm not sure who that is. I believe that might be Cutter. As we go up and over that tabletop, you'll see how it all shakes out. With 2 minutes, we're halfway through this race. Uh-oh. Somebody getting, oh, this is turning very hectic. Cutter out front now. From 5th to 5th. He balloted. Oh, no, Cutter gets it wrong on top of the tabletop. He's going to give that position back to Derek LeBouf, who's the whole family that are racing together. Cutter got this line. Oh, they're a great line by Cutter as he carries speed, and he goes for the triple, and he can't make it stick. He should have double singled. But his car is flying at the moment. I think that's Derek LeBouf, who's in. Oh, no! That is a very hard jump to do. It looks very easy to do, but it is not. So Derek out to the lead. Cutter is going to be. Ooh, Cutter having a long lap. Tyler Diaz, our pole sitter, now up to second, about 5.3 seconds back with 90 seconds left to go in this race. Derek on the cusp of a victory here. If he can just keep it smooth, let's drop back because Tyler and Colin are battling it out. This 3, I believe, are all for position. That's Cutter with that red wing who's absolutely got the line. He can jump up onto that tabletop. But he's trying to do the triple, and I just don't think these cars have the oomph to do the triple. And it's going to be Tyler and Colin. Colin is separated by 0.4 of a second as Cutter drops all the way down to 5th. So this is our battle for second. But that doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but they really want to get up there and get into the running for the first position. But Derek now has a 4.5 second lead over second place Tyler Diaz, our pole sitter, who goes double single through there. And I believe that's Cutter or Colin Ike, who has made some inroads Very difficult to tell which car is who because they're all, oh my goodness, as they smash it up against the wall. I think we might have a new Derek having a long lap of 40.3. Tyler getting it wrong. It's going to be Derek, Tyler, Colin, Zane, Cutter, Angie, CJ, and Carter Newman. As we see, oh, trying to go big, send it without responsibility, and paying the penalty. Uh-oh, and we have a broken vehicle. Looks like we have a broken or popped ball cup. We got, this is going to be the last lap as Derek will take the win in A1. No, Tyler Diaz now. As Derek looks like he had, yeah, I think Derek's actually that broken car. But Tyler Diaz, our pole sitter, taking that win at the very end. We'll have a word with Tyler after he does his turn marshalling duties. Well done, Tyler. What a way to win it on the last lap. It's going to be Tyler Diaz, Derek LeBou, Zane DePraw, Colin Ike, Cutter Ross, Angie Ellis, CJ Craig, and Carter Norman. Let's see if we can see this defined in a moment. As he pops up there. Oh, that looks like it was Derek who got it wrong. Jumping up there. Oh, my. That was very close. Very, very close. As Tyler Diaz takes the win. 9-year-old Tyler Diaz says we're going to see them blow the track. Maybe we can get Tyler out for an interview. I want to thank everybody that is watching in the chat. We're going to have a word from our sponsors.
As we venture down the roads of the modern age, we are accompanied by cars equipped with marvelous technologies, such as blind spot monitoring and adaptive cruise control. But what happens when these advanced systems...
All right, we'd like to say thank you to J Concepts, and they are the sponsor of the next race, which is A1 J Concepts two-wheel drive mod buggy. We got Kyle Paquette out front, followed by Tyler Rhymes, Miller Freud, Sean Alonso, and Richard Lewis. Kyle Paquette, a very fast Florida racer. As they just get done blowing off the track. We get ready for some two-wheel drive mod action here. So not a full heat here. We have of course we have a nice RC boat race going on as well, somewhere here in Miami, and then we have the Formula One race going on in Fort Lauderdale, as Danny says, not in Miami. So that has actually driven up the prices of hotels all around the area, surrounding area. As we get ready for our first heat of mod. Kyle Paquette, very fast racer here from Florida. Met him at Masters of Dirt a couple years ago. It was good to see you too, Alfredo. I hope you come back out racing, man. and just enjoy it. I see you with your 2 kids. Good to see you all here. Like I say, you can leave RC, but never leaves you. I know you're a busy man as well, but hope you come back out racing with your sons. I'm just happy to be here in Florida as we're trying to, I know Lance is trying to rebuild the 10 scale racing as it once was back in the Super Cup days. He has successfully rebuilt I think right now for 8 scale racing anywhere in the world, Florida is one of the best places to be. So hopefully we can make it for 10 scale as well. But like all things, you must first crawl before you can walk, and then you must walk before you can run. So hopefully we'll see the next year's round at Coral Springs jam-packed with veteran racers like yourself, Alfredo, who used to race in this class. All right, so sounds like the track crew has finished up their duties. Just clearing the track, trying to blow that top layer of dust off the track so they can get as much traction as possible. That groove can set in. There we see. It is a warm one out here in Coral Springs. And as I say that, Danny reiterates that it is very warm. And he is about to melt, he says. All right, so Kyle Paquette, two-wheel drive mod buggy. A1. Paquette should take this, no problem. He's a very accomplished 10-scale racer here in Florida. I expect nothing but the best from Mr. Paquette. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yes. As he gets ready. Miller Freud, good to see him out here racing as well. Just recovering from his recent surgery. There's his father, Mr. Freud. Tyler Diaz making sure these cars are set on the grid. Well done, Tyler. Oh, so he races on-road, says that would explain the X-ray stuff. Danny Paz giving me the 411, the inside scoop on the races here. Paquette in that all flow yellow. Uh-oh, and Paquette gets it wrong. Now he's gonna have to do it all from the back. He lost it on the second corner. Oh man. Okay, so it's getting rough and rugged out there with these drivers. Let's see. It's going to be nobody wants to lead this race. Tyler Rhymes. Kyle Paquette, I think, has made up incredible inroads. He is currently in second, chasing down Tyler Rhymes. Let's have a look at Kyle Paquette's stats. Let's see what cars he's running and all that good stuff. As he now jumps up into the lip, and these two are embroiled in a battle. We are ready to see what type of car that flow yellow car is. It is a team associated. His tires of choice is J Concepts, and he is running the full associated Reedy package. And Kyle's two-wheel drive car is fast as he's making up for that mistake. That was a 25.6 that time for Kyle. It's going to be Kyle Paquette, Tyler Rhymes, Miller Freud, Richard Lewis, and Sean Alonso having a long second lap. There we go. Oh, he's back in there, 27.2. But Paquette absolutely flying as he makes his way up that tabletop. Oh, yeah, and he just tumbles. That is a very difficult jump to do. You kind of have to tweak your car in the easy work of this rhythm section as he makes his way around this 180. You can see that groove is starting to form. Oh, he gets a little bit squirrely. That's going to allow Tyler to pull out right behind him. They have that pipe to stop people from jumping over that corner. They are separated by mere 1/8 of a second as we try to find out what about Tyler's information is, but he has not signed up. He did not sign up on RC sign up, so we don't have his information. If you want to get your information of your cars and everything up here, don't forget to go to RC sign up and make a profile as Paquette pulls a little bit of a wheelie coming down that straightaway. That was a 24.9 for him. Still fast lap of the race belongs to Tyler Rhymes, and that last lap was a 24.8 for him. So about 1/10 of a second faster than Kyle Paquette. But Paquette not making those mistakes. He got those out of the way early as they see spectators or racers, fellow racers looking on. Two-wheel drive mod brought to you by J Concepts. I want to thank J Concepts for all their support as Paquette makes quick work of that jump. And that was a 25 flat for him just now. He's about to be in some traffic. We got just over 2 minutes left to go in this 5-minute race. Paquette looping it around, just losing traction. But Tyler right there ready to capitalize on any mistakes that Paquette might make. Paquette takes it, jumps up, and jumps to the inside of traffic. Great driving by Paquette as he now zooms up to that tabletop. That jump is very hard to do. Tyler now 0.4 of a second back. So there's Sean Alonso, who's about to have a rear view mirror full of Kyle Paquette, and he pulls out of the way. Thank you, Sean, for allowing him by. We greatly appreciate it. Can Tyler Grimes, with 93 seconds left to go in this race, can he make any inroads and make a challenge to Kyle Paquette and make it a race going into A2? He can still make it a race going into A2 as we predict the traction to come up a little bit more here. He got very close to the pole of doom. 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go, and that was a 23.2 by Kyle. He is absolutely flying, smashing, but he does not have the fastest lap because Tyler Rhymes apparently has it a 21.2, but I don't know. That might have been a little bit of, I don't know. That's a very fast lap. So, and Kyle tries to get the whip. He's in the flow, but makes a mistake, and that's going to allow Tyler, if we just zoom out a little bit, we can catch this battle for second with 49 seconds. That's Tyler. Kyle making some mistakes late on this race, allowing Tyler, as Tyler comes by for another 21-second lap. So this guy has found some absolute pace. He's just beating his time by far. 21.1 for him last time by Kyle's fastest lap is a 23.2. Let's follow Tyler. I want to find out where he's making up all this pace with 1 lap to go. That was a 25.4 for him that time. He's not going to make it up right there. But he is absolutely flying. So he's doing something that Kyle isn't. He's dropping. He's got him by a whole 2 seconds almost as he makes quick work of that rhythm section over that triple. Going to be a longer lap. Kyle's going to take the win and cement his podium spot. And Tyler just sending it willy-nilly over that jump. Kyle Paquette going to take the win, followed by Tyler Rhymes, Sean Alonso, Miller Freud, and Richard Lewis. That is your A1 of two-wheel drive mod buggy for the J Concepts. Brought to you by J Concepts. Up next, the GS Hobby 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy B2 main. Let's see what Danny has for us on the replays. We're going to watch Kyle kind of squid it up as he jumps up here. Oh, and he tried to go for the safe line. And, oh, wow, that was unfortunate for him. He just got a bad rebound. That wasn't too bad for Tyler Rhymes, who jumped on it and pounced. Took advantage of that. All right. So, I believe our winner from this, Dustin Ike, has already going to be in the bump-up spots. He does not have to start because this the double B mains, how they work is they do not have to start the race. He takes the first bump-up spot. The winner of this will take that second and final bump-up spot into that A final. So, Dustin Ike already bumped up. It's going to be Jeff Braun, Kyle Rollins, Breck Burns, Brock Burns, Joseph Bio, Omar Colina, Jorrell Max, Chase Hollybaugh, John Hancock, and Mike Herrick. I'm going to put you over to Lance for a quick second.
Head to the start of the race.
Yeah. All righty, guys, I need Jeff Brown, Brock Burns, and Chase Hollenbaugh to the driver's stand, please.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, Danny Paz has to make some adjustments as the heat is taking its toll on his equipment and him. Up during the driver's stand, he was so happy to be back at his home track here at Coral Springs, telling me how he used to beat e-buggies with his 3S short course truck out there. This is where it all started for Danny Paz. I first heard about Danny Paz. He was putting GoPros on his short course truck. And I remember saying, who's this guy, Danny Paz? Little did I know, a few years later, I'd be here and a part of the team, of the Elite RC production team, who has become one of the best media guys in the industry. A jack of many trades. He can put his hands to anything. He is an intelligent young man who has become a very good friend of mine.
On the 7, Door on the 8. Chase Hollenbaugh on the 9, John Hancock on the 10, and Mike Herrick, please, on the 11. Guys, everybody starts directly on your number now, directly on your number. What's that? This is race 5. Nope, back on the 2 there, Jeff Brown. Back on the 2. The 1 is open. Kyle, you mind? Never mind. He's got it. Yeah, he got it. Thank you. All righty, guys, we're ready. Racers ready. Marshall's ready. Everybody's going on the tone here in less than 5. There we go. We're off and running. So Jeff Brown going to lead the way. Jeff Brown in that dark-colored buggy with the green wheels up. Going to give up a spot as Kyle Rollins now going to make his way up into the race lead. Winner of this one takes the final bump position up into the AA final. Jeff Brown going to take that position back away now from Kyle Rollins as they work over here on the right-hand side of the track. Here they come down the front straightaway. Kyle Rollins a little bit of a problem here. Roll upside down, lose 2 positions. That's going to put Joseph now up to that number 2. Breck holding on to the 3. Kyle Rollins in the 4. John Hancock to the number 5 spot. Door in that number 6. Got Brock Burns holding on to the 7. Chase Hollenbaugh in the 8. Omar in the 9. Right at 45 seconds down. 4:15 left to go. Race number 6 coming up next. Race 6.
Four minutes left.
Jeff Brown out in front. Got Joseph Bayo holding on to that number 2 spot. Breck Burns in that number 3. Kyle Rollins working the 4 with Brock Burns in the 5. Joseph last time out of line, 1.9 seconds back of the race lead over here. Oh, man, one into the pole there. Here they come down the front straightaway as they battle it out for the race lead. Mike Herrick there just in front of him, 1 lap back. Breck Burns on the backside here of Jeff Brown for that bump spot. Brown running the black-colored buggy with the green wheels, clear wing. You got red, white, and blue with black on the nose for Breck Burns. Kyle Rollins holding on to that number 3 spot. He's running the orange and white. 150 down, 3:10 left to go. Jeff Brown coming across the line now with a lot of Breck Burns having a little bit of issue, giving us some time here. Down the front straightaway, Breck down 9.5 seconds back in the race lead. All right, you're halfway there, racers. 2:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Jeff Brown with a little bit of a problem there. Going to have to be marshaled. That's going to allow Breck down to make up some time. They do have lap traffic stuck in between them. Oh, that lap traffic going to grab a pipe. That's going to give the clear track now to Breck. Kyle Rollins still at number 3. Omar finds himself in the number 4. Dormax holding on to the number 5. Just over 2 minutes left to go. Race number 6, you're coming up next. Race 6.
2 minutes left.
Jeff Brown with the race lead. 10 seconds up on the field. Jeff Brown looking to race his way up into that A main. Race number 5 on the track. Race number 6, you're on deck. Close battle to call right now is Kyle Rollins, who's in that 3. Omar holding on to the 4. Jeff Brown right now with a 10-second lead up on Omar. Omar right now only 0.16 of a second up on Breck as Omar has battled his way up to that number 2 spot. Omar on the move. 4 minutes down, 1 minute left to go. 4 down,
left.
1 minute remaining. Jeff Brown still maintaining that 10-second lead here up on the field. Kyle Rollins now finds himself back up to that number 2. Omar in the 3. Door up into the 4. Breck right now in the 5. Brock in the 6. 45 seconds left to go.
Thirty seconds left.
With 30 seconds remaining, it's Jeff and Omar right now separated by 16 seconds for that win here in the second B main of 17.5 two-wheel drive expert stock buggy presented by GS Hobbies.
15 seconds left.
It's a very long lap here for Jeff Brown, waiting to come back to the line. There he is across the line, still holding on to race lead. Let's see where Omar's going to be at when he comes into the line. Omar last time out of the line was 16 seconds back. Going to come across the line now 9 seconds back as the race clock expires. Jeff Brown right now trying to work his way about on tunnel lap traffic as that black colored buggy with green wheels working the right hand side of the track. Here he comes back towards start finish. It's going to be Jeff Brown coming down the straightaway and taking the race win here in B main number 2 and transferring up into the double A mains.
Chase Hollybaugh done. Omar Colleen.
All righty then. Congratulations to Jeff Brown as he punches his ticket to that double A final. Jeff Brown, Omar Colina, Breck Burns, Dromax, Brock Burns, Kyle Rollins, Chase Hollybaugh, Mike Carrick, Joseph Bow, and we are ready for the Exalt RC 2-wheel drive 13.5 stock B2. C. Dobson is already up there, has made his way from B1, to race his A finals. Let's see if Kevin Ramos, Jason Cezilli, or Brian Nunez can join him. As we get ready for B2 of the Exalt. B2, that is the Exalt RC 13.5 two-wheel drive stock truck. So how it works if you're just tuning in, the winner of B1, there are double finals for all classes. So the winner of B1 gets the first bump up spot into A1 through the A finals. And then the winner of B2 gets the second bump up spot. So that driver does not have to drive, as we're looking at young Tyler Diaz, who's out there turn marshalling once again. 9 years old. This is his local track, racing here with his father. Always good to see father-son teams out here racing, having fun, enjoying RC. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. All right, so we are getting ready. Only 3 cars starting because C has already made his way there, and Kevin Ramos is the hunted truck at this moment as he has a bullseye on his rear wing. As these guys want the position that he has, but we have 4 minutes and 48 seconds left to go. So we see somebody getting it wrong through the triple section. That might have been Brian Nunez, or maybe we'll see. There comes Kevin Ramos in that rental ride, that white, yellow, and blue truck. That's Teddy's truck, little truck. Brian Nunez in second. Jason Cizilli is currently in third. Brian Nunez is 3.5 seconds back of Kevin. Jason is 3.1 back of him. They are currently battling for that position, but Kevin looking pretty solid. 8 scale racer, Mills Pond, his local track. One of the guys helps out there at Mills Pond. As he makes his way across the line, it's going to be a 28-0. We saw some 21-second laps by Tyler in the two-wheel drive mod class. He was absolutely flying. Uh-oh. Kevin Ramos has broken. Oh, my goodness. Is he going to be at? Nope. It looks like he's done. Looks like he broke a ball cup. And that's going to give it to Brian Nunez. So Jason still has a chance to make it up to the top as Brian Nunez takes over that top spot, followed by Jason Cizilli. They are separated by 1.2 seconds. Cizilli getting it wrong on top of that tabletop. Unfortunate. He still has 3 minutes and 18 seconds left to go as we see Nunez getting a little bit squirrely-whirly out there as he comes in that 180 before the... and he gets it wrong. Oh, and he bounces it off. What a lucky bounce for Cizilli as he uses Brian as a landing pad to bounce his car up and over that last jump. And now it's all in Jason's hands as he comes down the straightaway in that team-associated car across the loop he goes. That's a 30.4 for him. Let's see. Nunez has not... No, Nunez with a very long 38.3. They are now separated by 6.6 seconds with just over halfway through this race. Almost halfway through this race, I should say. And Jason getting it wrong. That is a very hard section to do. If you just... It's very loose there. But right now, Brian is right behind him as they go over this 180. We have a dogfight to the end of the race as we are now 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in this race. 2 minutes and 40 seconds has elapsed. Nunez comes out 29.4. Jason for 34.3, but Jason able to stretch out that gap a little bit as Brian looks to have some problems getting the power down in that car. Let's see, can Jason make up some inroads right here? He takes the safe line. He can... Oh, double single, very smart by Jason. Not going for the triple. Brian going for the triple and getting it all wrong. So Jason going to open up that lead as he comes across. This is going to be a solid lap for Jason. And across the loop he goes, and it's a 32.2. Brian with a 29.9 last time by. Now a 34.5. He's going to have to make up a lot of time with 90 seconds. So... all good. All right, let's see what Jason Cizilli is actually running out there. And he's on a Associated chassis truck, he's running Dowd RC tires and Nitro Pro electronics. Thank you, my good friend Gene, for this nice frosty Red Bull. Great, good luck in your finals, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
And Raymond, I am coming to Capital City. I will be there, buddy. I will see you there. I can't wait. I'm staying right through to Beach Line. Oh, no. So now, Cizilli gets it wrong. Bad Marshall right there. Now he's going to have to try and chase down Brian Nunez. He wants Nunez to make a mistake. Yeah, man, I couldn't give up the chance to go. I was like, lads, I think I'm going to stay. We go to Esso Raceway next weekend for their Grand Open, then Capital City. They were actually thinking, let me finish this race and I'll have a chat with that. This is about to get exciting. This will be the last lap. That was a 33.3 for Cizilli. Oh, no, and Jason getting it wrong, but back on his wheels. This is their last lap. He needs a mistake by Brian to take over that top spot. But Brian, ooh. Oh, no, Jason going for the triple, but not going to make it. That's going to give this win to Brian, and he is going to bump his way up into that A final, barring any imminent failure. Oh, no. So it's going to be Brian Nunez, Jason Cecily, Kevin Ramos breaking out early after only 2 laps, and Brian Nunez will live to race another day. Yeah, so Raymond, we're going to Esso Raceway. Then we go to Capital City. And then the plan is to go to Armageddon. Armageddon at Cletus McFarland's compound, the Freedom Factory, I believe it's called. Because Horizon and Arma are doing a big bash event up there, so we're going up there to do some content. Maybe buy a car and go participate in it. We'll see how it goes. At least Danny Paz has a nice breeze up there on top of the driver's stand to keep him cool. Yes, Danny Paz from South Florida, but complaining about the heat. Up next is our Surpass Hobby presents the 21.5 two-wheel drive Buggy A1. This is race number 7 of 22. On pole is RC Sign Up. Bobby, that's right, sign up at RC Sign Up. And you can get all these little cool details like your cars and everything else on there and what you're running. Go there, sign up, and make a profile on RC Sign Up. And be part of the getting that data out there so we can make a better broadcast for you. RC Sign Up on pole, followed by Rick Jacobs, Steve Foch, Brian Lofton, David Russell, Emma Rhymes, Jason Cecily doing double duty, and Joe Wallace. There's Bobby. He was with us at North Georgia Shootout last weekend. Up there in Tiger, Georgia. All right, as this straightaway is being closed, as these guys got gridded up. Double A finals. No more B finals for today, so all A finals from here on out. Bobby, RC Sign Up Bobby. Awesome dude. He used to race on her quite a lot. He used to be the owner of Super Cup. I didn't realize this. And, yeah, he is back racing with us and hanging out with us at the track and revamping RC Sign Up as I've been disconnected from my chat. But I'm back. Hello, Mr. Sherman. Found iguana in Fort Lauderdale for you, Keenan. I'll send you a pic. Oh, there was one here. Brian Lofton came over and goes, hey, look at this, Lefty. And I was like, yep, great picture. I'm not going over there. I'm also worried about alligators in that canal. As we get ready to go, Bobby gets off to a bet. I don't know, man. That's the second time I've seen somebody make a mistake trying to take it easy up her. But I think I want to run 21.5 at Beachline at the end of the month. So I'm going to have to make a phone call. I'm going to have to get a loan a car somewhere, somehow. Dalton, I'm going to need a 21.5 car for Beachline, buddy. Please. All right. Across the line is going to be Steve Foch. Followed by Rick Jacobs. Bobby, after that mistake, going to be in third. Let's see. Brian Lofton. Jason Cecily, they're traveling together. They're fourth and fifth. Emma Rhymes, Joe Wallace, and David Russell. Steve Foch is absolutely flying. That 21.5 is fast as he goes around that 180, but he has a rearview mirror full of Rick and Bobby, as Bobby, after that mistake, trying to make some inroads, and Rick gets it wrong. Steve gets it wrong. That's going to allow Bobby and Rick by. This is a three-way battle for first. Bobby getting it wrong on top of there. He did it. That's twice he's done that now. But no harm, no foul. He's back on pace as they make their way through this rhythm section. And these 20-on-5s are flying through this triple section. Up and over that tabletop goes Rick Jacobs. What is he going to do here? He goes for it. And Bobby does too. And they are separated. It's going to be Rick, Steve, Bobby. Bobby now in third. They are separated by 2 seconds. Bobby hounding the rear wing of Steve. So Rick Jacobs, let's see what he's running in the two-wheel drive, 21.5 two-wheel drive class. As we are on board with Rick right now. as he comes up on some lap traffic. He's going to have to navigate his way. Very well done by that lap traffic. He's on a team. Nope, that's Jason Cizilli's information. Let's try it now. There we go. Team Associated J Concepts and Savox Servos. Rick, though, oh, man, it is close. As Bobby gets by, he's now in second. Got by Steve Foch. They have 2 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in this race. And Bobby is on it. Oh, no, and Rick gets it stuffed under the pipe. There's Steve. He was talking to him earlier. Bobby just casing the top of that jump, but making it no harm, no foul. He's absolutely flying. Last time around, it was a 26.5 for Bobby. What is it going to be this time as he just jumps up onto that landing pad? It is a 26 flat for Bobby. He has the fastest lap of this race so far of a 25.1. So there's RC Sign Up Bobby. Let's see what RC Sign Up Bobby is running. The man behind all of this, who made this awesome program. And he is actually running 3 classes. So let's see what Bobby's running. He also paints his bodies with a clear coating to make them look like a matte finish. Team Associated, and he's running J Concepts tires and Exalt Electronics. Ask and you shall receive. Nelson just came in and said, I got a 21.5 car for you at Beachline. There we go. Thank you, Nelson Garcia. All right, now we're watching Bobby Phillips, who got out to that lead and is stretched out to 7.9 seconds. His car is and I must admit, Bobby has been wrenching away on his car. He says he's so happy to be at an electric race and not hear any nitro cars. And you know what? I have to agree with him for 5 minutes. But, nitro is the glory. And 10 scale builds the skills. Raymond is not as grippy as people said it would be. It's still coming up. So it was a little bit cloudy this morning, so it wasn't as hot. But now with the heat at its top temperature, it's starting to grip up as the rubber is being laid on the track. 38 seconds left to go in this race, and RC Sign Up Bobby has pulled out to a big lead, 9.7 seconds. And after some mistakes by Bobby, he has gotten in the groove with that Team Associated J Concepts Exalt Power 21.5. Woo! That car is fast. Up and over that tabletop. One more lap for Bobby as Danny Paz is cheering him on in my ear. And one last time off that sweeper for this A final. Up next is the Complete Construction Novice Class A2. So we're getting into our first A2s. Bobby is absolutely flying. That 21, that car is fast. Very dialed. He got over those mistakes. Bobby gonna come up and over. Oh, he just taps the wall with his rear driver side wheel. And Bobby, RC Sign Up Bobby gonna take the win with a 12.521. He takes the win by 9.6 seconds over Rick Jacobs, followed by Steve Foch, Brian Lofton, Jason Cizilli, Joe Wallace, Emma Rhymes, and David Russell. You know what, Raymond? I could do that. To be honest, I've never driven on that type of clay. I did it once, sorry, at hold on, let's see who we have here. This was a great race at the beginning, man. These guys were battling out. And I think that was Rich who got it wrong. And that allowed Rick Steve. No, that was Rick who got it wrong. That allowed Rick, Steve, and Bobby by. Yeah, that might. I don't have a car though, Raymond. But I've never driven on that type of surface. I'm sorry, I did drive half a lap at Masters of Dirt, and I broke. Poor Lucas's car. I slammed it into a wall. I forgot what brakes were. So yeah, unfortunate for me. All right, Complete Construction Novice Class A2. We're gonna have an interview with Tyler Diaz. With our winner of this when we're done. Their term marshal duties. All right, so our novice driver is getting 1 lap by Patricio, who's taking over the RD duties. 11th weekend on the road for Patrick Rossiter. He's not even got a break next weekend because he's supposed to do a race at Phil Hurd. He says, if it rains, I have a break. All right, it's going to be Tyler Diaz, Colin Ike, Zane DePro, Derek LeBou, Cutter Ross, Angie Ellis, CJ Craig, and Carter Newman. This was an exciting A1 as it went tit for tat, and the lead was switched many times. We need to get some profile pictures here, Danny Paz. Everybody looks the same. They're wearing the same clothes in these profile pictures. I know I rightfully beat you out there on the track yesterday, Danny Paz. Hey, a win is a win. You went out there and you couldn't hang. So, there we go. Actually, you know what? We'll settle this after this racing and have a grudge match. And they are ready to go off. Oh, what a great start by Tyler Diaz. Great start. Great start by Tyler.
Let the marshal get you guys. Don't drive all over the place. Let the marshal get you. Oh, hold on. Let's see who's going to lead him around lap number 1. It's going to be Tyler Diaz on the number 1 spot. Colin in the 2. Carter from the number 8 spot all the way up to the number 3. Easy, guys. Roll on, roll off on your trigger. Easy on your trigger.
Four minutes left.
All righty, just had somebody come in here. Teddy Davis, say hello. And we have Tyler Diaz out front. No, Colin Ike now out front. He took over that lead from Tyler, 3.2 seconds. It's Colin, Tyler, Derek, CJ, Carter, Zane, Angie, and Cutter. Tyler Diaz trying to catch up to Colin Ike. He has a lot of work to do, a lot of time to make up if he wants to do that. 1.4 seconds is the gap now. But Colin, there's Tyler right behind him, I believe, with the green wheels. This is the novice class where you can, they have rental rides. When you enter into this class, you get a ready-to-run as team-associated car. The only thing you can change are the tires. So, and we know tires are a big part, but everybody has equal cars, equal motors, equal ESCs, same ready-to-run radios. Let's see. Oh, wow. Look at that. We have 2 of the RTR cars getting together to try and make a race car. And it's going to be Colin who comes across the line. That's a lap traffic as Tyler is now going to drop way back. 6 seconds back. So something happened with Tyler. As it stands right now, Colin will take the overall win because all righty, we do know that our scoring is down on the overlay. We will get that fixed, but it's going to be Colin, Tyler, Derek, Carter, CJ, Zane, Angie, and Cutter. Cutter having a rough A2. He was very fast in A1. So somebody's car is broken out there apparently. Uh-oh. We are currently following Colin Ike. This is the complete construction novice class. Ooh, and that was wide. He got out in all the fluff. There's Colin making his way. He has to keep cracking, though. He cannot slow down. He is... Tyler Diaz had a 1:85.08. Colin is currently on a 1:95.36. So track definitely getting faster as we get close into this day a little more. So we got one more lap. Alrighty then, so Colin still out front, got a 16-second lead over Tyler. And Colin looking to take this overall as he finishes up. He might get one more lap in, and that'll be his 9 laps, and then he will win this all out. So let's see as he comes across the line with 5 seconds left to go. And he might, oof, wow, what a lucky spin for him as he's gonna squeak. He does squeak by for one more lap, and Colin Ike is going to be your overall winner, followed by Tyler Diaz. We are running order right now. Colin Ike, Tyler Diaz, Zane DeProw, Derek LeBeau, CJ Craig, Angie Alice, Cutter Ross, Carter Newman out for break. But our winner, Colin Ike, with a 9.530. That's going to beat Tyler Diaz, who's very fast, but just a little bit inconsistent, making some mistakes. And Colin, a 9.532, will take the win, the overall win here at the Coral Springs Novice Class, brought to you by Complete Construction. That's it for our Novice Class. A1 and A2 are done. Colin Ike, your overall winner. Up next is the J Concepts 2-wheel drive mod Buggy A2. Kyle Paquette took the win in A1. Actually, Raymond, maybe someone will have a car. I don't know about racing. I definitely wouldn't mind driving up there. But Lance and I are coming up there. Danny's coming up there as well. So we're really going up there to do content. And while they're blowing off the track, Colin has Patrick confirms our RD. Official winner of that is Colin Ike. Well done, Colin. Congratulations. We need to get over and have an interview of him. Let me tell Patrick that. How do you feel? How long have you, this is your first time racing RC? Have you done this before?
I've done it for about 2 years.
Okay. How you like running these RTR cars?
Good. They're
You drove very well out there. Congratulations on taking the overall. You got a 9-lapper. Nobody else was able to do that. Good job. You take the win here at Coral Springs. You got your dad here taking pictures of you. Would you like to say thank you to anybody?
Yes, thank you for, what's it called?
Awesome, man. Well, we hope to see you out here racing with maybe in the future with some more power and more speed and getting up into the independent class with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, and I know what your dad's gonna get you for taking this win. What do you want your dad to get you when you leave her?
A B4.
B4. There we go. Good stuff. All right, man. You have a good day. Congratulations, and we'll talk to you later on.
Okay.
All right, guys. We're gonna get back to our two-wheel drive mod race. All right, everybody, we are back as the track crew is out there blowing off the track. So Raymond said no sound. No sound in the interview? Oh, that was my fault. What did I have? Okay, so I was told that it was not my fault. So that's always a good thing when it's Danny Paz's fault. All right, J Concepts two-wheel drive mod buggy. Kyle Paquette took the win with a nice battle between him and Tyler Rhymes, who was out there throwing down some 21-second lap times. Let's see, as the traction is obviously coming up and the cars are getting faster, what can Kyle and Tyler do for us now? Let's see. We'll see her very shortly as the track crew just finishes blowing off the track. And we get going on race number 9. Up next after this is the GS Hobbies 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy A1 main. So we're getting up into those top stock classes. Dustin Spallone, your TQ in that one. Kyle Paquette, Tyler Rhymes, Miller Freud, Sean Alonso, and Richard Lewis. Got you, Raymond. No problem. I think the hot weather is really messing with Danny Paz today. He's not acclimated to the hot weather of his hometown of South Florida. Or maybe the beating that I gave him on the track yesterday has just rattled him so. Oh, I've just been issued a challenge. The gauntlet has been set. I've been slapped in the face and challenged to a duel at the next 8-scale race by Danny Paz. Woo! All right, you find two short courses, and I will find you at the track, Danny Paz. This is a grudge match. All righty, that sounds like a winner to me. Who's going to win, Danny Paz or Lefty? Next at Capital City, Tallahassee, we're having a short course showdown. All right, up next, there's Kyle Paquette in that Flow yellow two-wheel drive. As he takes it a lot safer going up there. He crashed on the first lap going up into that earlier. with Tyler Grimes right behind him, Miller Freud right there as well, followed by Sean Alonso and Richard Lewis. As you see, Miller going a little bit wide, and it's going to let these two just battle out. Richard getting it wrong, getting stuck in the pipe there. Oh, Kyle getting it wrong, allowing Tyler by. So, woo! Tyler comes by. That is going to be a 26-second lead, a lap for him, followed by Kyle Paquette, Miller Freud. So, Miller Freud only 1 second behind Kyle Paquette. Kyle 2.6 back of Tyler. So, Tyler has a lead. Not looking to relinquish it, but lots and lots of time left to go in this race. Yep, Sean Alfonso spelled his name wrong. It should be Sean Alfonso, not Sean Alonso. I don't know, but I mean So Paquette now trying to set his sights on Tyler Grimes as he shook off Miller Freud. Paquette, these two-wheel drive mod cars absolutely flying. So four-wheel drive mod will be up later on. Those cars were flying harder earlier today as the traction is now coming up. Paquette with a 25-1 there. No, 24-1 for Paquette. And let's have a look at what Mr. Paquette is running as we find him, and I will send it off. I know here what he's running. There we go. There's Kyle Paquette in that flow yellow. He is now 5.5 seconds back. If it stays like this, though, Tyler will take the overall win. He's currently on a 12.503 pace to Kyle Paquette's 12.5010. But there's lots of time left to go. We're not even halfway through this race, so Tyler has to have a clean run. All right. If you guys like that little information button with all your information there, please go to RC Sign Up. Fill out your profile. We want to do more of this at Capital City in 2 weeks' time with the 8-scale side of things. So Kyle trying to make us some time on Tyler. It's now dropped that lead down to 4.3 seconds. Tyler, 25-1 that time by. He's on the cusp of 13 lapper. He's just 1.9 seconds off 13 laps. There is Tyler. He is absolutely flying. He must be a local here. And Tyler making quick work of Sean Alonso, as it's called here now. Kyle looking absolutely dialed at the moment. It's Tyler Grimes, Kyle, Miller, Sean Alonso, Richard out early. It was a good dodge, Raymond. I do agree. Oh, Tyler Grimes. Now on a 12.504. He is blistering fast. He's about to smash Kyle Paquette's. Uh-oh. Not like that, though, because right behind was Kyle Paquette. So this is the race for first. Oh, Paquette just jumping into the pipe, but no harm, no foul. Up and over that tabletop goes Tyler. Grimes now. Oh, safe line for Grimes. But that allows Kyle Paquette to pull right up there, separated by 0.3 of a second. Paquette is, oh no, Paquette still got 1 minute. Oh no, bad marshal there. That is going to give a lot of space to Tyler. A lot of space as Tyler shakes off that hard-charging Kyle Paquette after that mistake. Tyler coming down the straightaway. They're going to get 2 more laps as he goes across the lines at 25 flat. They have now have 4 seconds in between them, but any little mistake by Tyler, and Kyle is ready to take advantage of as Tyler gets a little bit squirrely coming into that 180. Yep, thank you, Raymond. Thank you. Bobby was showing, Danny was all excited about this and showed me. I think it's pretty cool as well. Tyler, 1 more lap to go. Kyle, 3.8 seconds back. Kyle's going to beat his current A1 time if it stays like this, but he needs to beat Tyler on the track if he wants to take the win. And that is going to be very hard to do because Tyler will be done at the line when he comes across unless he crashes. And he does. Oh, but he lands on all 4s. And Tyler Grimes going to take the win in A2 and the overall with a 12.503. He beats out Kyle Paquette's A1 time of a 12.510. Kyle Paquette going to have to settle for second. Miller Freud in third. Toronto Alonso in fourth. And Richard Lewis in fifth. Alrighty then. So that is our two-wheel drive mod class in the books. Up next is 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy presented by DS Hobbies. Dustin Sylvester Spallone, or Dirty D, on the top spot, followed by Jordan Newman, Jason Venecia, Steve Hollyball, Gene Snapping Turtle Shark Jr., Alex Max, Ruben Diaz, Zachary Smith, Michael Russell, Walter Cruz, Dustin Ike, and Jeff Brown. Awesome, Raymond. Yeah, I think that's a really cool detail. I would really like to see what I was telling Bobby. It'd be cool if he could upload pictures of individual cars. And he said we can do all of that. So, you know, if you're a paint scheme, getting a good picture of your car, putting it up there so people will know. Lots of potential with that, what he's doing there at RC Sign Up. And also good to have Bobby back into RC. He's a cool dude, and he likes bringing me frosty beverages. So I like him even more. Not just because of the frosty beverage, but that helps. All right, this is race number 10 of 22. We are nearly halfway through our program with her. This is the GS Hobbies 17.5 two-wheel drive A1 main. Up next is the high-tech 13.5 two-wheel drive short course A1. Being as we have so little turn marshals, we'll have to wait till after A2, this A1 for our interviews. Yeah, lots of potential with this new, what Bobby's doing with RC Sign Up, and it should be very exciting what he comes up with. As the cars get gridded up, there's Dirty D, changed his car colors. And they are off. Oh, no, he didn't change his paint. It looks silver from here. Smart. Uh-oh. So we're going to have to bring him back for a restart. Something happened that Lance didn't like. Where did that Lance start off this race?
All right, guys, one more time. Racers ready, marshals ready. Everybody's going on the tone here in less than 5. And we're off and running. Easy, fellas, easy, easy, easy now. Nice start, looking good. There we go. Now that's a good start. Good job, gentlemen. It's going to be Dustin Spallone out in front. Jordan Newman in that number 2 spot.
All right, we are on race number 10. This is the GS Hobby 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy. Dustin Spallone, Jordan Newman, Jason Venecia, Steve Hollyball, Gene Strout, Alex Max, Ruben Diaz, Zachary Smith, Michael Russell, Walter Cruz, Dustin Ike, and Jeff Brown. Out front, Dustin Spallone for 24.4, 24.3. Right behind him is Jordan Newman, followed by Steve Hollyball, Zachary Smith, and Michael Russell. Gene Strout in that 6th position. We got a battle on our hands for that top spot. Spallone has a whole bunch of company right behind him as he goes defensive posture and gets it wrong. Jordan Newman coming onto the straightaway. That is a very hard jump to do. Spallone has a little bit of breathing room now. Can't make any mistakes. His cars are good. He's up and over on that rhythm section, making quick work of it. He's in that team associated. I do know it's a team associated. Let's see what Dustin Spallone's running this weekend. Spallone coming up over that other rhythm. I really like that part of the track as well. It is red. Let's see what Dustin's running. Team Associated Chassis, J Concepts Tires, and Electronics by Exalt. Spallone up and over that tabletop onto the back straight he goes, making quick work of that jump to the straightaway. That was at 24.7 for Spallone that time by. He stretched that lead out to 4.9 seconds over Newman. It's going to be Spallone, Newman, Russell, Hollybar, Diaz. Here are top 5, followed by Alex Max, Jason Venecia, Walter Cruz, Zachary Smith, Gene Strout Jr., Dustin Ike, and Jeff Brown. So Dustin Spallone almost 5 seconds up 1 second. Jordan Newman making that mistake coming to the straightaway, and Spallone about to have some lap traffic. That should be Walter Cruz he's coming to. 25.4 for Spallone just now. 13.5.23 is his current pace. Yep, so we can't do any of that because we have to update our scoring between now and the next round. We'll get that done. Dustin Spallone, Jordan Newman, Michael Russell, Steve Hollybar, Alex Max. Now up into 5th. Jace Venecia dropping down to 6th. Ruben Diaz, Gene Strout back up to 8th. Dustin Ike, Zachary Smith, Jeff Brown, and Walter Cruz. But right now we're following our leader, Dustin Spallone, who's now stretched that lead out to 5.2 seconds over Newman. But with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this race, anything can happen as Dustin has to make his way through some back traffic. This is the GS Hobby 17.5 two-wheel drive Buggy A1 final. Spallone looking to throw down a blistering A1. Doesn't want to leave it in the hands of an A2 in case anything happens. This is A1 of the GS Hobby 17.5 class. He's coming up on that pink and blue car, I believe, of Jeff Brown. Or no, Dustin Ike, sorry. One of our bumper uppers. Dustin comes by. That's a 25.6 for him. That lead almost 6 seconds up on second. Michael Russell, one of the beach line guys, making his way down here on his first time on dirt. 6.3 behind. Currently in third. Steve Hollybar and Alex Max, your top 5. Ruben Diaz, father of Tyler Diaz, who almost won Novice. Gene Strout on the move up to 5th. The snapping turtle is snapping away. Let's see what Mr. Gene Strout is driving. Hold on, let's find his profile. And unfortunately, we don't have any information on Mr. Strout. So I don't know. I do know he's running an S-Works Exalt. I know I can offhand he's running S-Works, Exalt Electronics, and J Concepts Motor. But Dustin Spallone, Dirty D, up and over that. He is in a myriad of traffic, but he is driving very smart as he navigates his way through the Mariana Trench of traffic that he's in. And Spallone, Dirty D, looking good out there. 21 seconds. One more lap for Dirty D coming up as he goes across the line. That was at 25.7. That lead now up to 7 seconds over Jordan. Spallone, Jordan Newman, Michael Russell now up to 5th. Gene Strout up to 4th. Dustin Ike in 5th. Alex Max in 6th. Jason Venecia 7th. Ruben Diaz 8th. Steve Hollybar 9th. Zachary Smith 10th. Jeff Brown and Walter Cruz. That's your running order. Spallone coming by for his last time across the loop, and it's going to be Dustin Spallone, Jordan Newman, Michael Russell, Gene Strout in 4th, Alex Max moving up to 5th, Dustin Ike, Ruben Diaz, Jason Venecia, Steve Hollybar, Jeff Brown, Zachary Smith, and Walter Cruz. Let me have a shout over to Lance and see if we can get this scoring fixed. Hello, Exotech. Thanks for tuning in. The track looks good to be. Well, I can't read what that says. That heart's right in the way. They need to fix that. YouTube does. So Danny is. He says would be good if I had a run on. I ran on this track yesterday, dude, and I had fun. I ran one of them stock RTR cars. I drove Patrick's short course, and it was very loose yesterday, but the traction has picked up a lot today. So Danny Paz has come in, worked his magic, and got the scoring fixed for us. Well done, Danny Paz. You're the man. Unfortunately, not the man at your home track where I beat you. Danny has challenged me, thrown the gauntlet on to challenge me at the next race in a 4x4 short course showdown. You know I'm going to hype this up for the next 2 weeks. And there's Patrick Rossiter. RTQ followed by Teddy Davis, Joe Wallace, Richard Lewis, Chris Craig, and Brian Nunez. This is A1 of the High-Tech 13.5 two-wheel drive short course. Thank you to High-Tech for all their support of the Florida RC Championships and myself here at the No Name RC podcast. I want to say a big thank you to RC Sana Baba, who actually printed me on a very nice, cool No Name RC podcast logo in acrylic, and it's hanging here in my part of the new broadcast studio. So that's another thing that we've been working on here at the Elite RC Productions crew. Lance and myself, we was fortunate enough to get gifted a trailer a few months ago, and we've been busy kind of making it into a production trailer, storage trailer. We're calling it Elite 3. Thank you to Dave Lycom for that. And I've got a nice little studio back here. It's almost finished. A little more painting, a little more trim. And it is turning out to be very good. I can sit here and call the races. I have my command center all set up. Once we get it completely finished and it's nice and neat, that's almost there. I'll take a nice picture of it. Yes, all I need is a coffee maker. But I'll tell you right now, Danny, it's a little bit too hot for coffee. So I have a refrigerator. I need a bigger one to have water and other types of beverages inside of there. Which I do have a beverage that I will participate in very shortly. Thank you to Teddy Davis for bringing that to me. I greatly appreciate it. Uh-oh, something's happened to Teddy's truck. Oh, no. Let's see. X-Attack. You guys have no tracks like this over in Sweden, buddy. And yeah, let's see what our good friend Patrick Rossiter is running. Oh, looks like Teddy got his car back on the road on the track. He's starting in second. This is your 13.5 two-wheel drive short course presented by High-Tech A1. We're on race 11. We're halfway through the program here. We're flying through the program here. Formula One going on this weekend here in Fort Lauderdale. We're not too far away from it. That's why hotels are $250 a night. And we're getting ready to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't even think you got this type of clay over there, man. This is this Florida clay, man. This track has been here for 35 years. I did not see Danny's big head on the camera. Oh, Danny says they bought this dirt from Georgia, actually. All right, so Patrick in that green and white Team Associated Truggy. Let's see what he's all running. Patrick loves a little bit of short course. We are ready to see what he's running. I think he's still running front ribs on that short course, if I'm not mistaken, as well. It's not a Hobao. I'm pretty sure it's a Team Associated. He had a Hobao truck. He needs to get an RC. He needs to get an RC sign up and send it too. Raymond says Florida K has sand, and it's similar to like what Mills Pond. Mills Pond's very sandy. This does look like Georgia clay now that Danny has said it. It's been here for a long time, I'd say too. All right, there's Patrick. There's Teddy Davis, and let's see what. Have we got Teddy in our system here? Yeah, we do. And he is running that 13.5 stock truck. Teddy Davis, Felix Hobbies, out there in that gold, white, and blue truck. I have Teddy ready. as Teddy makes his way through the rhythm. So this is his home track. Teddy Davis on that TLR chassis. Actually, yep, still running a TLR, J Concepts, and some high-tech servos. Perfect for the high-tech 13.5 two-wheel drive short course class. Teddy currently in second. He's about 14 seconds back of Patrick. Teddy's home track, Felix Hobby Shop, over there in what part of Fort Lauderdale are they in again? It's another part of Fort Lauderdale, isn't it? Okay, so Danny doesn't know his own neighborhood. North Fort Lauderdale. Oh, yeah, that's an AE short course as well, Raymond. Yeah, no habal for Patrick. He needs to update his profile on RC Sign Up. Xtex 101 says, outdoor season at the Outdoor Astro Track kicked off today after a working day where a whole gang fixed stuff on the track and surrounded. That's awesome. That's the club vibe in European racing. So clubs get together and work out. I'm sure they have many frosty beverages as they do it. Teddy Davis currently in second. Now 20 seconds back of Patrick Rossiter. It's going to be Patrick Rossiter, Teddy Davis, Joe Wallace, Richard Lewis, Chris Craig. No start from Brian Nunez, unfortunately. Hopefully he can get it together in A1. A2, sorry. We are currently following Patrick Rossiter Jr. And his truck is very dialed. He is currently on a 12.504 pace. So he's actually not too far off the two-wheel drive mod times, to be honest. I like short course. We got to see some 4x4 short course action at the North Georgia Shootout last weekend. And now we're watching some two-wheel drive short course here. I have a SC5M as well, that I used to race. This is the SC6, I believe. As Patrick comes by, that's going to be a 25 for Patrick. He has the fastest lap of the race at 24.6. Short bus is fast. And Robin is racing in short bus, right? 1 minute and 20 seconds left for Patrick. And Patrick absolutely flying out there. But not flying enough to get his profile fixed on RC Sign Up. She is not running a habal, as it says it will say her very shortly. He was running an habal. Patrick he loves running off-brand stuff. So he bought a habal mini truggy and he bought a habal. Yes, Danny. He ran that Mayako briefly. He bought JQ as well. He ran JQ back in the day. Yeah. Yep. He bought an old school habal. Habal was one of the first people to make short course trucks, 4x4 short course trucks. Dropped down to a 506, 12.506. He's got 2 laps up on Joe Wallace. Teddy Davis now dropping on to third. So Teddy having a very long lap, a 1 minute lap. So yes. Well done, Patricio, as he gets a little 360 parallel at the end there. Patrick Rossiter, Joe Wallace, Teddy Davis, Richard Lewis, Chris Craig, and Brian Nunez. Hephaesitis RC. Hi, missed SC Racing. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I need to probably put my SC6 on the road on and go have some fun. My daughter has a Slash Platinum that I won for. We can go out there and have some fun with a short course truck in our yard and out in the street. Alrighty then, up next is the Exalt RC 2-wheel drive 13.5 stock truck. Our triple TQer, Dustin Dirty D Spallone, is on TQ, followed by Ruben Diaz, Steve Hollyball, Jordan Newman, RC Sign Up Bobby, Teddy Davis, Walter Cruz, Chris Mafood, Sean Alonso, Steve Foch, C. Dobson, and Brian Nunez. Your 2 bumper uppers from the B finals. Dustin not going to do any RC for a while after this as he moves on to his new career in the monster truck industry. He's an avid monster truck fan. He's been working part-time with our team for many years now getting the chance to go full-time, be a part of the crew as well as do some driving and learn how to do that. Very excited for him. Avid Monster Truck RC fan as well. So that's something I really would. Driver. I know a lot of you are tuning into this, and we got the Silver State going on over there in Las Vegas. So by the time we get done here, I have the first Pro E-Buggy final. So this will be at 3 p.m. Vegas time, so 6 p.m. this time. In about 2 hours and 20 minutes, Raymond says I'm watching both. I mean, I can't. Danny would be upset. I've been using his bandwidth. But I'm sure we'll have a little view. There's Danny Paz in his Assassin's Creed uniform. Looking like Enzo. All right. 3 seconds to start. This is race number 12. We are more than halfway through our program here. A big thank you to all the racers that came down to Coral Springs and raced with us. We didn't realize that the Formula One race was going on until we got down here. Actually, Dustin Spallone, Ruben Diaz, Steve Hollibaugh, Jordan Newman, RC Sign Up Bobby, Teddy Davis, Walter Cruz, Chris Mafood, Sean Alonso, Steve Foch, C. Dobson, and Brian Nunez. Looks like no check from Brian, though. I'm not sure what's going on with him. I want to thank you guys for joining us in the chat. We greatly appreciate your support. You are watching the round 4 of the 110 scale Off-Roads Florida RC Championship Series. Next stop for the Florida RC Championships is the 1/8 scale round at Tallahassee, which is way north of here. Like 8 hours north of here. I'd say 7 hours. 7 hours. So we are headed to Capital City in 2 weeks' time. Next week, we're off to SO Raceway for the grand opening. And somebody has called 1 minute. Not sure who has, but we see Alex Mack down there doing some. I mean, I thought his name was Alex Mack, not Max. But it's spelled Max in the, just like you spelled Sean Alonso, and it's Alfonso. Oh, man. 3:43 p.m. here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. I couldn't, as I said, it's hot, definitely. Well, we're in South Florida. What did you think was going to happen? But as I sat there this morning enjoying the morning, I thought, what better way to spend a Saturday morning than watching some 10 scale racing. There's Dustin Spallone in that black, yellow, and orange paint job. Him and Ryan Stiles Harris had a good battle at New Reds on the first round of oh my goodness. Did I see a wheel go flying in the air just now? Okay. Must have been a shadow. Must have been an iguana. All right, that looks like RC Bobby. RC Sign Out Bobby in second. And his matte finished paint jobs. Dustin Spallone out front. Yeah, I do like that. I first saw about the matte finish from Hemistorm. He's a basher guy. He paints up some cool bodies. Spallone can't take it easy because RC Sign Out Bobby is not too far behind him. It was 1.9 when they went across the loop. It's a lot closer than that on the track now as Bobby is on the gas. 2 Team Associated's going here. Let's have a look at RC Sign Up Bobby's information. He is the man behind the madness here as we bring him up. This is your Exalt RC 2-wheel drive stock truck. One second there, Mr. Danny Paz. All right, so RC Sign Out Bobby out there in that yellow, red, and orange. Team Associated, J Concepts tires, and of course, Exalt Electronics. That is pretty much a staple here in Florida. Team Associated, J Concepts, and Exalt Electronics. That is pretty much a very common thing here in Floraustralia. As we see, that turn marshal giving it all. Bobby is currently in second. He is 2.7 seconds behind Spallone. They have some lap traffic in between them. Yeah, dropped again. My chat has dropped her. Dustin Spallone, RC sign up. Bobby. Teddy Davis now into third, followed by Sean Alonso. Ruben Diaz, Walter Cruz, Jordan Newman, Steve Foch, Steve Hollybaugh, Brian Nunez, Chris Mafood, and Steve C. Dobson. Spallone out to a 2.5 second lead over RC sign up Bobby, but now RC sign up Bobby has gotten through the traffic and has set his sights on Spallone. They have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. They are halfway through this race. Spallone out there trying to cruise home, but I think Bobby has something for him. Let's see when they come across this lap of 24.9 versus a 25.4. That gap now 3 seconds. There's Spallone in that yellow, red, and black car. Where is Bobby? Bobby just coming into frame here as he wants to make up and get a challenge. Bobby starting in fifth, now currently in second. Spallone almost got entangled in the web of lap traffic, but was able to thread the needle and not get entangled, as he's now going to have to work through this blue car who's going to be put a lap down when he goes by. Well done to that person. There's Bobby right there, though. Every time Spallone's held up with this traffic, Bobby's able to make some inroads. But Bobby also has to make his way through this traffic as well. As they have Bobby just coming into the shot as they go around this 180 up and over the tabletop they go. Want that little backstretch up this little jump. And Bobby going a little wide, just keeping it out of the fluff. We got 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go in this 5-minute race. And Spallone is embroiled in a battle of lap traffic himself. Any little mistake by Spallone, and Bobby's there to capitalize. As he maneuvers through that car, that's lap traffic, that's not for position. Another car that will be lap traffic as well, as he should let him by. And that is C. Dobson, who's currently being scored on in 11th. We know the scoring has gone down, everybody, but we're having some issues with our network here, as I've lost complete network as well. Nope. My chat's going down. Let me see if I can fix it. While we are following Bobby, who's 4.5 seconds back of Spallone, with only 22 seconds left to go. So Bobby, unfortunately, unless barring any major fracassos or disasters for Spallone, will have to settle for second and try to chase it down again in A2. Yep. Bobby getting by for one more lap. Spallone going to finish on a 12.5.12 if it stays like this. Bobby is going to drop some time after that mistake. So, we had a car in the wall. And Bobby coming by. He's going to finish his first lap. He's going to finish on a 12.5.20. It's going to be Dustin Spallone, Ruben Diaz, Steve Hollybaugh, George Newman, RC sign up. Bobby, wow. No, that's not right. He's second. Okay, so something that's happening in the scoring. That is not the scoring. We do apologize. So, 1 second, everybody. I'll put Lance on.
All right, guys, we're going to blow the track off here real quick.
One minute to the...
Yeah, Raymond, we're having a little bit of internet issues here. So every time the internet's dropping, it's affecting our scoring. Raymond says, I run R1 works in 10 scale. Okay. Exotech says in Sweden. Almost sounds like Max. In Finland. It's 21. In Sweden, it's 9:45. We got 14 degrees Celsius. 40% over freezing point of water. And you Americans have skewed temperature measurements. Yeah, I don't. Celsius, I know that's cold. But comfortable, I would say. I don't know. I'm a Fahrenheit guy. And I'm not American, so. All right, up next is our J Concepts A1 four-wheel drive mod buggy. We got La Para, Nico Para, Steve, who started racing at this track. Stefan Hernandez, Kyle Paquette, Rick Jacobs, Dustin Ike, Joseph Baal, Jesus Rios, Rodalay Torres, Sean Alonso, Miller Freud, Omar Colina, and Henry Clappert. CD. 57 degrees. That's comfortable right there. I could deal with 57, Raymond. I could deal with 75 right now. What's the temperature here at Coral Springs? Hot. It's 86 degrees. It's not that hot. We reached the hottest it's going to be. It should be cooling down now. What's up, Assassin's Creed, Danny Paz? Huh? Danny Paz, Assassin's Creed. With that hood on your head, you look like Enzo from Assassin's Creed. All right, so we had two guys balloon off the track, but now it's just one. Not sure what happened to our second. A few more. He's almost done. He's got to just finish that back side of the track and down the straightaway. And the traction should be pretty good with that dust being blown off. I want to thank everybody for joining us here watching the Florida RC Championship 10 scale off-road series round number 4 from the iconic Coral Springs, Florida. Coral Springs RC Raceway. There you see the on-road track. Out to the very back there. And a very weird place this track. I never would have some time constraints as well. As our track crew is out there blowing the track off. Always good to see. Getting all that dust off, letting that groove. Alrighty, so what are you guys up to today in our chat? We know Exotech is almost 10 o'clock in the night. They're in Sweden. Race number 13 up next. The J Concepts four-wheel drive mod buggy A1. Nico Power taking that TQ. A1. Nico Power, Stefan Hernandez, Kyle Paquette, Rick Jacobs, Justin Ike, Joseph Baio, Jesus Rio, Rodalay Torres, Sean Alfonso, Miller Freud, Omar Colina, and Henry Clappert. Amber, how are you? I'm at Chick-fil-A watching the race. You know what? Chick-fil-A sounds really good with a milkshake and some waffle fries and a grilled chicken sandwich. I would think that would be a great supper. Alrighty then. So, this should be an interesting race. Nico Power hasn't raced 10 scale. Borrowed somebody's car. out here TQing. I thought Stefan Hernandez TQ'd, but it looks like it was Nico Para. Hello, Ember. And don't pay attention to our scoring. We know it's off. It's really kind of nothing to do with us. It's a live RC thing. We do apologize. Listen to me. I will let you know all the scoring. Up now is the J Concepts four-wheel drive mod Buggy A1, race number 13 of 22. Nico Para starting on pole, followed by Stefan Hernandez, Kyle Paquette, Rick Jacobs, Dustin Ike, Joseph Bayo, Jesus Rios, Rodolay Torres, Sean Alfonso, Miller Freud, Omar Colina, Henry Clappert. Here are 12 cars running in this order. This is brought to you by J Concepts. After this, we have race number 14, Donovan RC 17.5 Indy stock four-wheel drive buggy. As we get ready to grid up, and Danny Paz gets back on that moving camera. I am coming to Capital City, Amber. Okay, so Danny Paz has informed me that our Starlink is down and everything is being streamed from his phone currently at the moment. So thank goodness for Danny Paz's phone. As we get ready to start, there you see Nico Para on the starting grid on pole position. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Capital City, to be honest. So, should be good. Let's get ready to boogity, 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 and they are off. A pretty decent start from our mod drivers, except in the rear. We see some scatterbutt. Ooh, these guys are flying. These wheelers are fast. Oh, wow. All right. So we have a problem with my scoring as well, unfortunately. Yep. So I have no scoring now. I honestly don't know what's going on. I'm going to put Lance on because I don't know what's going on here.
Four minutes left.
Nico Parr continuing to lead the way. Got a 1.9 second lead up on Kyle Paquette. Paquette right now 0.6 of a second up on Hernandez. Race 13. This is your A-Main number 1. Four-wheel drive modified buggy presented by J Concepts. Got a full field of 12 in this one. Oh, man, Dustin hard in the brakes. Coming down the front straightaway. Spun out right in front of Joseph. Joseph not going to slip past and move up to that 5 spot. Kyle Paquette and Stefan Hernandez, they trade positions for that number 2 and 3. Stefan right now, last time by the line, 0.6 of a second back. Now Stefan giving up a ton of time here. He's going to fall way back. That's going to allow Rick Jacobs now to move up within 1/10 of a second behind Stefan for that number 3. Nico Parr right now with a 2.2 second lead here on the field.
Three minutes left.
You're 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left to go. Nico Parr right now with a 6 point.
Alrighty, so I'm back. Nico Para La Para out front, followed by Kyle Paquette, Rick Jacobs. And we are currently following Para in that white-wheeled buggy, borrowed buggy. His father's like, I'm an 8-scale guy. I don't know what I'm doing here. Nico coming by in front. That was a 23.3 for Nico. And Para out to a 6.1 second lead over Kyle Paquette. So Para making a trip over here He doesn't live too far from her, to be honest, but doing a change from 8 scale racing to some 10 scale racing as I'm trying to update our chat. Nope. Nico Parra out front, followed by Kyle Paquette, Rick Jacobs, Stefan Hernandez, Joseph Bio, Dustin Ike, Jesus Rios, Henry Clappert, Omar Colina, Rodolay Torres, Miller Freud, Sean Alonso out early. So Nico on the hunt as he comes by the loop one more time. That was a 23.8 for him. He has the fast lap of a 22.6. No, sorry. Actually, he has a 22.683, and 4/100ths of a second faster is Kyle Paquette with a 22.643. So let's see. Where's Nico as he comes up? They separated by 14 seconds. Nico is absolutely flying. Throws on a 23.3 that time by. We got 36 seconds left to go in this race. Nico Parra looking to take an A1 win. He's currently on a 13.503 pace. So, Kyle Paquette on a 13.519. Hernandez on a 13.523. It's Parra, Paquette, Hernandez, Jacobs, Bio, Rios, Clappert, Dustin Ike, Miller Freud, Rodolay Torres, Omar Colino, Sean Alonso out early. Over that triple goes Parra, making easy work of it. Four-wheel drive seems like a natural fit for the young Colombian American as he is an avid 8-scale racer. And that's going to be it. As Parra takes the win with a 13.503. Kyle Paquette in. So it's going to be Nico Parra, Kyle Paquette, Steven Hernandez, Rick Jacobs, Joseph Bio, Jesus Rios, Henry Clappert, Dustin Ike, Miller Freud, Rodolay Torres, Omar Colina, and Sean Alonso out early. Up next, Donovan RC, 17.5 independent stock four-wheel drive buggy. Only 4 drive. Danny Paz. Next is Donathan RC 13.5 Pro Stock. Sorry, I'm lying. Donathan RC presents 17.5 Indy Stock four-wheel drive buggy. Danny Paz has disappeared too. I think his headset has died. I will do my best to call these races. All righty then, we are off. RC sign up Bobby out front and that orange, yellow, red paint job. This is the Donovan RC 17.5 Indy stock class. We are 45 seconds in, 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. We do apologize on the score. We're having some internet issues. I think we're having some overheating issues as the temperatures have risen. Bobby absolutely out to some flying laps right off the bat. He's currently on lap 2. Let's see, his first lap was a 25.5. Let's see what he backs it up with. If he has to single through that triple section, avoiding a turn marshal. So Bobby out front, currently on a 12.508 pace. 4 seconds up on Joe Dudinsky. It's RC sign up Bobby, Joe Dudinsky, Breck Burns, and Emma Rhymes. Your running order. Nine seconds is that lead now for Bobby as he comes back onto the straightaway. Let's see what type of lap times he puts down. A 24.559. So Bobby setting the fastest lap so far of the track on the race with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. So Bobby getting a little bit squirrely as he makes his way up to that tabletop. Around that 180 he goes. Into this wicked rhythm section he goes. Blip. Ooh, and he gets it a little bit wrong. Able to triple out, saving it. Going to be a slightly slower lap for Bobby with that little bobble. As he makes his way up. He's got this part down. Very hard jump to do. And it's going to be a 26.4 for Bobby. It's RC sign out Bobby, Joe Dudinsky, Breck Burns, and Emma Rhines, your current running order. Bobby kind of out there on his own on a Saturday afternoon drive. And that was a better lap, a 24.6 for him. This is your Donovan RC A1 17.5 independent stock four-wheel drive buggy. Up after this is the Rockstar Hobbies four-wheel drive 13.5 stock buggy, pro stock buggy. So some of you might be asking, what's the difference between independent and pro stock? So independent, you cannot have any sponsors, and pro stock is pretty much what it says, stock class, where you can have sponsors. Dustin Spallone, your TQ of that. Bobby, 49 seconds. He's got 2 more laps on the track. Bobby's car is looking absolutely dialed. He was struggling yesterday with grip, as was everybody, but now as the grip has come up, he's looking quite solid out there. Probably very happy with his cars at the same time. Bobby jumping on the straightaway for the penultimate time of this race. Remember, these are 2 double A finals. If you win, you automatically win A1. You will get a top 3 automatically. Bobby. Getting a little bit squirrely. About to wrap up this race as the tone has sounded for the end of the race. And he leads this from lights to flags. Well done, RC sign out Bobby. Taking A1 of the Donovan RC 17.5 independent stock four-wheel drive class. Good job, good job. We do realize that the scoring is off for everybody. We do apologize for that. We've had some issues with our internet at the moment. We just don't have the people to get down and check it out. All right, up next is A1 of the Rockstar Hobbies four-wheel drive 13.5 Pro Stock Buggy. We have Dirty D, Dustin Spallone, Nico Parra, Patrick Rossiter, Nelson Garcia, Adrian Gibson, Joe Dudinsky, C. Dobson, Kevin Ramos, Kyle Rollins, Rodolay Torres, Teddy Davis, and Henry Clapper. Got a full heat here. Spallone looking to wrap it up. Well, not wrap it up, but looking to take another win here. As he did take a win in his 17.5 race. As these drivers got 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go in this warm-up. How about back in the day when who would ever thought you could get a 1 minute warm-up? I remember you couldn't even do one lap if your batteries back in the day. We're talking about brushed and NiCad or NIMH battery times. I remember soldering up my own battery packs as well, having that Dean discharging light bulb thing, taking that to the track with me. Brushes and springs and oh my goodness. I love brushless and lipers. All right, 39 seconds left to go before we start this race. This is race number 15 of 22. 7 more races to go. And then we'll get our podiums done where we're taking pictures. There we see RC sign out Bobby saying, man, I'm still not used to this Florida heat. But it's a nice breeze out there, so that helps out a lot. You can see the Felix Hobby pits over there. The flags are flying. The Exalt RC banner is flapping in the air. The Sparkly Sparko banner is flapping in the air as well. Here you see an advertiser for a Felix Hobby shop. Dustin Spallone starting on pole, followed by Nico Laparapara, Patrick Rossiter, Nelson Garcia, Adrian Gibson, Joe Dodunski, C. Dobson, Kevin Ramos, Kyle Rollins, Rodley Torres, Teddy Davis, Henry Clappert. I'm expecting a good race here. We got Spallone, Para, Rossiter, Garcia. Gibson running an HB four-wheel drive out there. Also won himself a two-wheel drive associated car in the waffle, the trackside raffle. Let's see what's going on in our chat. Nick Della Roca says, this Florida heat is special, not for everyone. Dude, I would have to agree. I mean, I live in the Dominican Republic. It's hot there too. But I have a nice ocean breeze. But once it goes, it's hot. And then I get in my AC and I stay there. As these guys get ready, there's a little bit of something going on here. Do ignore the overlay of timing. That stopped working some time ago. We do apologize. We're having some internet issues. I think the internet has retired from the heat as well, to be honest. So that Florida heat taking another victim, taking our internet with them. I almost want to go jump in that canal. Then I remember that how dangerous every body of water is in Florida. No alligator meal for me. No, I am not going to be an alligator's meal today. I'm sure I make a good meal. Lots of me. Rockstar Hobbies 4-wheel drive 13.5 Pro Stock Buggy. This is the Florida RC Championships 10 scale series live from Coral Springs. Oh, wow. Scoring has gone nuts. It's going back to race number 1. Okay, we're back. Okay, good. Where's Dustin Spallone? Is he not starting? Okay, there's Dustin. There's Dustin starting on pole. I'm expecting this to be one of the best races of the day here. Our hobbies. There's Dustin Spallone and that black, yellow-wheeled car starting on pole. And they are off. Spallone taking it easy as he jumps up onto that top tabletop. Right behind him is La Pata Nico. Patrick losing a spot down to 4th, it looks like. So something going wrong with Patrick on the start. No, that's Patrick right there. Sorry, I do apologize. He's in 3rd. Spallone got a little bit squirrely as they jump onto the front straightaway. Spallone at 23.5. Nico Parra, Patrick Russell, and Nelson Garcia. You're running order. Adrian Gibson, Kevin Ramos, Kyle Rollins, C. Dobson, Henry Clappert. I haven't seen Roddelay today. He must have not come. All right, so Teddy Davis up front, and Nico Parra has a rearview mirror full of Patrick Rossiter, a.k.a. Squirrel. Spallone likes it. He wants these guys to battle it out while he has everything out front here. And we have our scoring back. Yay! On-screen scoring is back. Hip, hip, hooray. We are on race number 15 of 22. Absolutely. Who is currently scored in 4th. Para has dropped down to 3rd as Patrick sets his sights. We have internet back. Woohoo! I'm so happy. Well, let's see. Who are we following right now? Patrick Rossiter and Dustin Spillane. Let's see what type of information we can find out about them in the four-wheel drive 13.5 Pro Stock Buggy, as we have a race on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Spallone absolutely flying. All right. So let's see what Patrick Rossiter is running, as I've now lost scoring. He's squirreling about all over there. I'm pretty sure of that. Well, let's get back online here. Let's try it now. And I am back with my scoring. Patrick Rossiter out front, followed by Nico Parra, Nelson Garcia, Dustin Spallone getting it wrong. He's dropped all the way to 4th. I kind of lost complete track as I lost my scoring. P. Rossiter out front. 23-2 for Patrick. He has Nelson Garcia 3.7 seconds back. Nico Parra, Dustin Spallone, Kyle Rollins, your top 5. We got 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go in this race. And Patrick went into that myriad of traffic and came out smelling like the rose that he is as he jumps onto that straightaway, and flying down the straightaway he goes. That Exalt powered team associated 4-wheel drive, Nitro Pro servos, J Concepts tires. And Patrick is in the zone. That car is absolutely flying. Let's see. This is going to be a great lap for Patrick. Nelson matching him almost exactly last lap by. And that's a 23.5 for Patrick. Nelson a 23.5 as well. So Nelson on it. These guys are matching each other lap for lap. Both in the 23 seconds. Nico a 23.6. Spallone having some problems. So our TQ guy not doing too well at the moment. Patrick now stretching that lead over Nelson to 3.3 seconds. Nelson chipping away at that lead actually by a few tenths of a second. With a 23.3 that time by. And that's going to be it. Patrick going to take the win. A 13.50. Garcia going to finish with a 13.514, followed by Nico Parra, Dustin Spallone, Kyle Rollins, Kevin Ramos, Henry Clappert, Roddelay Torres, C. Dobson, Adrian Gibson, Teddy Davis, and Joe Dunsky.
Good to go.
This is 16. Yep.
So I got this is two-wheel drive 21.5 coming up. That's all. We got done with the four-wheel drives. Now we're going into two-wheel drive. We can blow the track off now. Okay. Thank you. Yes.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Cars again. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right, guys, going to blow the track off real quick. Hold tight.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, everybody, the guys out there blowing off the track one more, well, probably blow it off a couple more times. Up next is our Surpass Hobbies 21.5 two-wheel drive Buggy A2. So we're getting into some A2s here. A2s from here on out, it looks like. This is race number 16 of 22. 4 more races to go. Danny Paz is feverishly troubleshooting here. So we lost. Yes. All right, everybody. We're gonna just let you listen to the sultry signs of the leaf blowers while Danny Paz and I try to figure out what's going on here.
RC sign up Bobby.
All right, guys, let me get my marshals out here, please, from that last race. Marshals coming out. They're almost done blowing the track off. I need Patrick Rosser, Nelson Garcia, Nico Parr, Dustin Spallone, Kyle Rollins, Kevin Ramos, Henry Clappert, Rodley Torres, C. Dobson, Adrian Gibson, Teddy Davis, and Joe Dazinski, please, to the track to Marshall. Come on now, guys, ready to get this one here underway. Marshals to the track, please. Marshals to the track. Let's go ahead and let's get them checked in. Race number 16, A-Main number 2, 21.5, two-wheel drive
Steve
buggy.
Fosh. Brian Lofton.
Let's go, Marshals. Let's go, please. Marshals to the track, please. Marshals to
David
the track,
Russell.
please.
Jason Zilla.
We'll be done a little after 5 o'clock. Missing a Marshall over on the right-hand side. Right-hand side. Let's go ahead and line them up. I need Bobby Phillips on.
All right, everybody, we are back. We've fixed our scoring issues, but Lance arm wrestle Nico yet? I don't think so. All right, we get ready to run. This is your Surpass Hobbies 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy. RC sign up Bobby, Rick Jacobs, Steve Foch, Brian Lofton, David Russell, Emma Rhymes, Jason Cecily, and Joe Wallace. As you can see, this track is starting to. Bobby going very wide and they come on. Bobby coming by the loop, a 24.6, followed by Steve Foch, Rick Jacobs, Brian Lofton, David Russell, no, Emma Rhymes, sorry, Jason Cecily, Joe Wallace, and, well, I'm not sure what happened to Joe Wallace. David Russell, sorry. But Bobby out absolutely flying. He took A1. Right now, if it stays like this, he will be your overall winner. Do bear with us. Says that the feed is lag. Is it lagging for anybody else? If it is, let us know in the chat, please. Hello, McCoy. How are you? Magic McCoy Studio for tuning in. RC sign out Bobby out first, followed by Steve Foch, Rick Jacobs, Brian Lofton, Emma Rhymes, Jason Cecily, Joe Wallace, David Russell of a long 1 minute and 48-second lap. So not sure, he must have broke on startup. Let us know in the chat if it's lagging for you. Exotech says it's lagging for him. At this point, there's really not much we can do. Bobby got an 8.5 second lead over Steve Foch, followed by Rick Jacobs. He's 4 seconds back him. Brian Lofton, 8.7 back. Joe Wallace, your top 5. He's now 9.5 seconds back. Jason Cecily in 6. Emma Rhymes in 7. David Russell down 2 laps after that long 1 minute and 48-second lap where he must have broken. You are watching the Surpass Hobbies 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy A2 main. All A2s from here on out. Bobby on tap to take the win here.
Bobby Phillips down with a 13-second lead up on the field. Steve 3.5 seconds up on Rick Jacobs. With 90 seconds left to go. No close battles to call right now as everybody's kind of spread apart here on the track. Bobby Phillips looking to wrap it up here at A-Main number 2. Oh, we got one out there broke. Or 3.
1 minute
Brian
left.
Lofton coming across line, 15 seconds back at that 3 spot.
45 seconds left.
All right, 45 seconds left to go. Race 17, you're on deck.
$15 seconds left.
With 15 seconds left to go, Bobby Phillips opened up a nearly 18-second lead here on the field. Rick Jacobs holding on to that number 2, Steve Ocean at 3. Lofton working to 4, Jason Zilli 5, Imram 7. Get Joe Wallace in the 6.
Brian Lofton done. Rick Jacobs done.
All righty, we do apologize for the stream lagging. We're currently running off Danny Paz's cell phone, so it's going to be a little bit slow. But RC sign up, Bobby, you're going to take the 5 two-wheel drive Pro Buggy, Dustin Spallone, Jordan Newman, Jason Venecia, Steve Hollywood, Gene Strout Jr., Alex Mack, Ruben Diaz, Zachary Smith, Michael Russell, Walter Cruz, Dustin Ike, and Jeff Brown. Dustin taking the win in A1 of a 12.505. Looking to wrap this all up. Jordan Newman looking to stop that. He had a 12-lap 5:17. He has to make up about 15. He has to make up some time to do that. Danny Paz is feverishly trying to get things. Not your fault, Exotech. It's actually something we've lost our Starlink at the moment. I am here. Yeah, so Danny says we've lost something completely here. Something we're going to have to troubleshoot after we finish.
I don't think there's much we can do right now.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Again, guys, waiting on Alex Max, Ruben Diaz, and Walter Cruz.
Ruben Diaz.
There's Ruben. Waiting on
15
Alex
seconds to the start of the race.
Walter.
Alex Max.
All right, just waiting on Walter Cruz. Last one. Check in.
Less than 5, 4, 3.
Let's go ahead and let's get them lined up. It's going to be
1.
Dustin Spallone on the 1, Jordan Newman on 2, Jason Benitez on the 3, Steve Hollenbaugh on the 4, Gene Stroud on the 5, Alex Max on the 6, Ruben Diaz on the 7.
Walter Cruz.
Zachary Schmidt. Looks like I got all my marshals out here. Waiting on everybody to get them lined up here. Race 17 about to get underway. Race 18 need to be in tech. All right, guys, here we go. Racers ready. Marshals ready. Everybody's going on the tone here in less than number 2. Got a car change here for Jordan Newman. See if he can do any better with this one. All the way up to that number 2. Michael Russell finished second in A main number 2. Right now, riding in that number 2 spot here in A main number 2, or A main number 1. Now he's riding second here in A main number 2. There's Spallone. Here comes Russell down the front straightaway. Gap 4.7 seconds. Still early in this race. Alex Max in that 3.
4 minutes left.
Race number 18, you're going to be coming up next. Race 18, Dustin Spallone with a big lead right now up on the field. It's Dustin, Michael, Alex, Ruben, and Gene, your top 5. Zachary in that 6, Steve Hollenbaugh in the 7. Jason Veneza in the 8, Jordan Newman in the 9, Jeff Brown in the 10, Walter Cruz in the 11. Two minutes down, 3 minutes left to go.
3 minutes left.
Dustin Spallone in the Associated right now with the race lead with Michael Russell right there in that number 2 spot. Oh, Russell giving up some time here now. There he is coming across the line now, top left to go. Dustin Spallone maintaining race lead, 10 seconds up on the field. Ruben Diaz now works his way up into that number 3 spot. Diaz now 1.7 seconds up on Alex Max. Gene Shrout holding on to the 5. And at number 3 with Alex Max holding on to the 4. Gene Shrout works his way up to that number 5 spot. Race number 18 going to be coming up next.
45 seconds left.
And the race clock expires in just right after the completion of race 22.
Michael Russell.
Respectable third place from starting 7th on the grid. And that's a race, guys. And we also know him. It's going to be Alex Max. All right. 2-wheel drive short course coming up next. Let's go ahead and let's get him checked in. Good job, Ruben, on the podium. Not bad for an old man.
Richard Lewis. Brian Nunez. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Hey, man, we're going to your home turf next one.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Why?
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, waiting on a check from Rossiter and Davis.
15 seconds to the start of the race. 1.
Guys, I shouldn't be missing any marshals. I had 12 in the last race. Shouldn't be missing any marshals. All right, guys, line them up. That's all you want to do is just come in just to do that. I could have told you that through the window. It's hot as balls in here, man. What little bit of air I got is going right out that door. All right, no problems. All right, here we go, guys. Racers ready. Marshall's ready. Everybody's going to go on the tone here in less than 5. All right, Patrick Ross are going to lead them off here. Race number 18. Race number 19 going to be coming up next. So Rossiter took the win in A-Main number 1.
4 minutes left.
It's Patrick Rossiter, Teddy Davis, Richard Lewis, Chris Craig, Brian Nunez, and Joe Wallace. Right now your running order. Got no start from Joe Wallace. See one in pit lane there being worked on. Race number 19 coming up next. Guys, only got 6 in this race, so we need a couple of volunteer marshals. I'd like to say a very special thank you to everybody coming out to race with us here this weekend. Got 4 more races to go after this one. Going to blow the track off before race 20.
3 minutes left.
2 minutes down, 3 minutes remaining. Rossiter right now with a 14-second lead up on the field. Richard Lewis right now running 9.5 seconds back of Teddy Davis. Chris Craig 9 seconds back of the 3. Brian Nunez 6 seconds back of the 4. Just over 2 minutes left to go. Patrick Ross right now with a 21-second lead here on the field.
2 minutes left.
A little bit of a long lap here for Richard Lewis, waiting to come back to the line. There he is, still holding on to the 3. Everybody right now separated by nearly a lap here with 1:30 left to go. One minute left to go.
One minute left.
Time winding on down here with 45 seconds left to go. No close
45
battles to call
seconds
right
left.
now.
Thirty seconds left.
Rossler right now 1 lap up on the
15
field.
seconds
Teddy
left.
Davis 1 lap up on Richard Lewis. Richard Lewis 1 lap up on Chris Craig with 10 seconds left to go here in two-wheel drive short course, race 18. Guys, I need volunteer marshals, please, after this race. We're going to have 6 on the stand. Need 2 volunteers, please. 2 volunteers. Race clock has expired. It's going to wrap it up here for Patrick Rossiter. Looks like Teddy Davis going to... There's Rossiter.
Chris Craig done. Teddy Davis done.
Teddy going to come on second.
Richard Lewis done.
And there we go, guys. That's a race. Everybody is done. All righty, fellas, put your trucks down. Come on out, grab it to Marshall spot. I need 2 volunteers, please. 2 volunteers. Looks like I got 2 young men out there all. They're going to blow the track off after this race. Going to blow the track after this race, please.
RC sign up Bobby. Teddy Davis. Ruben Diaz. Chris Mayfoot. Dustin Spallone. 1 minute to the start of the race. Jordan Newman.
Come on, guys. Let's get
Walter
our marshals
Cruz.
out here. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. Need Patrick, Teddy, Richard, Chris, Brian, and Joe.
C. Dobson. 45 seconds to the start
Got
of the
Teddy
race.
actually running back-to-back, so I'm going to need a lot of help. Brian Nunez also running back-to-back. So I need a lot of marshal help, please. I need a lot of marshal help to the track. Lots of marshal help.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, only got 3 races
Five,
left to go, guys. 3
four,
races remaining after
3,
this. 3 remaining.
2, 1.
I need a marshal on the beginning of the straightaway. Nope. I need a marshal at the triple. Need a marshal at the triple, please. Thank you, Tyler Rhymes. Wait on a check from Brian Nunez, Steve Foch, and Sean Alfonso. Bobby Phillips on the 5, Teddy Davis on the 6, Walter Cruz on the 7, Chris Mafood on the 8, Sean Alfonso on the 9,
Steve Foch
on the 10, C. Dobson on the 11, and Brian Nunez, please, on the 12.
Sean Alonso.
All right. Look like we're about ready to roll here. Racers ready. Here comes Nunez.
Brian Nunez.
All right.
All righty, we are ready for race 19 of 22. Exalt 2-wheel drive 13.5 stock truck. Dustin Spallone taking the win in the first one. Our Triple TQer. Dirty D, Dustin Spallone. Ruben Diaz getting a little bit wild, and I think that Spallone cannot make a mistake because there is a whole bunch of cars behind him waiting to capitalize on that. It's going to be Spallone, Hollabaugh, Newman. Teddy Davis up to 4th. Ruben Diaz, Walter Cruz, Sean Alfonso. It's now all the way. What it is, it's now 3.2. So it's dialed. Spallone already getting into some lap traffic. That looks like it might have been C, who's currently scored down in 11th. Spallone absolutely flying at the moment. Up through this rhythm section he goes. Bloop, whoop, whoop, over that triple. A simple blip of the throttle, and he's able to clear it. No problem. Around that 180, over the tabletop he goes. And you can see that groove really starting to form up. I'm sure people are going to stay here and practice for a few more hours. As 2 more races, sorry. Nope, 3. I apologize. We're on race 19 of 22. It's Justin Spallone, followed by Jordan Newman, Steve Hollybaugh, Chris Mafood. Bobby up to 5th. He's absolutely flying. Ruben Diaz, Teddy Davis, Steve Foch, Walter Cruz, C. Dobson, Sean Alonso. We should probably be watching RC sign up Bobby and drop back because that's where the battle is for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position. So Jordan Newman just comes across the line. Chris Mafood and Bobby, they are separated by 1.2 seconds. So there is that battle right there. Is RC, Bobby, and oh, somebody getting it wrong. Bobby avoiding that. I think Bobby might have moved up to 4th now. That's Jordan Newman on Steve Hollibaugh right in front of him. You'll see when they come across the line. Oh, somebody getting it wrong. Oh. As they come around and up over that rhythm section they go. Bobby absolutely putting on the afterburners as he's trying to catch up to these guys in front of him and go 2 for 2. Well, second and finish on the podium. In second, ooh, somebody getting it wrong just now. Couldn't see who that was. I think that's now Bobby up to 3rd, trying to chase down Jordan Newman. If it stands like this, it's going to be Dustin Spallone, Justin, Bobby Newman, Teddy Davis, Ruben Diaz, your top 5 overall. Right now, on the race with 90 seconds left to go, it's Spallone, Newman, Bobby, Ruben Diaz, Teddy Davis in 5th, Hollibaugh in 6th, Steve Foch, Chris Mafood, Walter Cruz, C. Dobson, Brian Nunez, Sean Alfonso out, lap 4. There's Bobby just coming. There's Diaz. This is the battle for 3rd right now. So now Bobby setting his sights, defending that 3rd spot. This is good for Newman, so he's fine. But right now we're following this battle, and there is Bobby in that yellow-wheeled, yellow front truck as he comes across the line. And that is Jordan Newman right in front of him. Bobby getting it wrong. Big wrong. That's going to allow Diaz by. Diaz now can set his sight. I believe this is 2nd place. That is Jordan Newman. He can't make it, and Diaz is on it. Newman coming by. Ruben running out of time. Bobby right there now. So Bobby. Oh, NBC. Newman going very, very wide. All 3 of these guys. Mike, get an X. And that's going to be the end of the race. It's going to be Dustin Spallone, Jordan Newman, Ruben Diaz, RC sign up, Teddy Davis. Overall, it's going to be Spallone, Bobby, Jordan Newman by Bobby. Waiting. And we're going to blow this track one more time. This should be the last time we blow the track for today. Well, for this race, they might continue to blow it during practice. What up, buddy?
Podium after race 22.
45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dustin Ike.
Good job, man. I know you did. I don't want for it. I don't. You're so slow. Instead of just blowing the groove, they blow the whole pipe, the whole damn thing pipe to pipe. Stop. 5 o'clock. Hoping to be packed up by 8 o'clock. Done. I can go get some rest. 'Cause I want to get my ass on the road like at 7 a.m.
I was gonna stay tonight. And I said, nah. I drove home after I did a shootout. I can make it 4.5 hours. Glad I did though, 'cause I was talking about it. Had a hotel room and we're talking about it. Just don't like driving all the time.
They don't.
Some of the guys are, what's Ocala? Like 3 hours?
3 hours. All right, we're ready to roll. Let's get our turn marshals out here, please. Marshals, come on out. Let's get them
Joseph
checked in.
Bale.
Race number 20.
Rick Jacobs.
Four-wheel drive modified
Kyle
buggy
Paquette.
presented by J Concepts.
Miller
Coming
Freud.
up next.
Henry Clappert. Rodolfo Torres. Jesus
Yeah.
Rios.
What do you say?
Omar Colina.
Not going to.
I was just thinking about it from, it would be cool if we,
Do you want me to pay him for the series?
no, I don't even, he didn't come down to that in the conversation. He just said, I think I'm looking. He said, Lance doesn't need the name for Cup 5, and that's the reason I'm talking about it. He's putting a lot of energy into these races, and it would be dope to have the name. But he's thinking about it like,
Everybody, we are race 20 of 22, the J Concepts A2 four-wheel drive mod buggy. Nico Parra taking the win in A1, followed by Kyle Paquette, Stefan Hernandez, Rick Jacobs, Joseph Bowd, Jesus Rios, Henry Clapper, Dustin Ake, Miller Freud, Rodolfo Torres, Omar Colina, and Sean Alfonso as they grid up. There's Parra, white wheels up front, yellow wheels in the back. He isn't sure which wheels are faster, so he's running them both today. Behind him, starting in second, is Stefan Hernandez, followed by Kyle Paquette, Rick Jacobs, Dustin Ike, Joseph By, Jesus Rios, Rodolfo, Sean, Miller, Omar, and Henry. Let's get ready to rumble. 5 minutes to go in this J Concepts four-wheel drive A2 final. Mod buggy. These wheelers are absolutely flying. Time to beat is 8:13.503 set by La Pata. Nico La Pata. And A1. All right, so we was waiting for somebody. Looks like we was waiting for Sean. Was that Sean? Somebody went by the loop. Might have been Sean. Oh, well, we got kerfuffleage right on there straight away. A little bumpy. Let's get ready to rumble here on our A2. And they are off. Parra getting off to a good start. Stefan right behind him. Trying not to let Parra come over and trying not to let the 8 scale guys come over and beat the 10 scale guys who are on their home turf. Parra, very good 8 scale racer. So he, four-wheel drive should be no different It's just like a mini little 8 scale, in my opinion. Para, 22-6. Hernandez, Paquette, Joseph, Dustin, Rodolay, Rick. Top 7, Miller, Henry, Jesus, Omar, and I don't know, no start from Sean, it looks like, at the moment. Para cannot make any mistakes because Hernandez is right behind him. Para comes by 23-5. Hernandez with 23-7. So these two are going to battle it out. Steven Hernandez wants to beat Para. He's going to have to pick up some pace if he wants to do that. Because Para had a 13-5 flat in round 1. And he's currently on a 13-5 flat again. 14-4-23 for Para right now. As he makes his way around some lap track. And Para flying on the straight there. 23 flat for Para. 24-4. Joseph Bao now up to first. Hernandez drops all the way down to 5th. So it's Para, Bio, Kyle Paquette, Rick Jacobs, Stefan Hernandez, your top 5. Oof. Para going right on the inside, hugging the pipe around that corner. Needs to get around his lap traffic safely. He has an 8.3 second lead over Kyle Paquette. So the 8 scale boys coming over here and doing some 10 scale racing. And seeing some success so far. 3 minutes left to go, 2 minutes down. As we are currently following Kyle Paquette, who's in second. 9.1 seconds back of Para. Paquette in that team associated car. Got his race colors on. Didn't have him on for 2-wheel drive. Had just a regular flow yellow paint job. A one-can wonder. Paquette, a very accomplished 10-scale racer here in the Southeast as well. A 23.3 for him just now. So he's getting those low 23s, but nobody on tap for Nico Para's 23.063 that he threw down on lap number 3. Para absolutely flying. Looking to wrap it all up. It's currently 1 second off his A1 time. And A2. So probably just backing it down a little bit is La Para. Very nice family, his mother and his father. His father came to us yesterday and said, hey, do you want some Colombian food? And I said, you bet your boots. And he came back with a big aluminum foil of just meat and yuca and platanos and tomatoes. It was delicious. Even Danny Paz had some pork. So, you know. Nico with that white wheels up front, yellow wheels in the back. First time racing 4-wheel drive for Nico. But you know who's beating all these guys right now in 8 scale is JP Sainz. And he's from Venice. If you are listening, JP Sainz, vámonos pa Tallahassee. Nos vemos pa allá. As Nico Para over that tip bio. Dustin Ike, Henry Clappert, Rodolay Torres, Miller Freud, Omar Colina, Jesus Rios out, and Sean Alonso didn't start. If it stays like this, Nico will take the overall. Kyle Paquette in second, Rick Jacobs third, Steven Hernandez fourth, and Joseph Bio would be 5th. So, last lap for Para here. He might get 2 more laps, to be honest. He might get 1 more lap, sorry. He just threw down a 22.9. His now dropped down into 22 side. His fast lap of 22.8. Para is absolutely flying. He will not get another lap. Takes the win over. Well done, Nico Para. Colombian Neville. Thank you, Danny Paz. We greatly appreciate that. Alrighty then. Well done, Nico Para takes the win in the J Concepts 4-wheel drive mod buggy overall. He'll get his name etched in history. All right, up next, the Donaldson RC 17.5 Indy Stock 4-wheel drive. RC Sign Out Bobby took the win here. Joe Dudonsky came in second, followed by Brack Burns and Emma Rhymes. Only 4 racers in this class. We want to thank you guys, everybody, for joining us today. This is the Florida RC Championships, round number 4 of the 10 scale. 1 racing going on not too far. There's Para looking at his time like, oh man, I did not go faster. And there's Para's Civic out there by the owner of the track. He loves that Civic. We had a little conversation about that. found RC from go-kart racing. We used to race go-karts. They decided not to pursue it anymore and got into RC around 10, 11 years old. As these drivers get their warm-up. This is our penultimate race of the day. Short day for us today here. The Florida RC Championships. We're used to going to about 12 at night in the 8-scale season, but we are rebuilding 10-scale in Florida, as Lance says. So no harm, no foul. As we get ready for A2 of the 17.5 Indy Stock 4-wheel drive class, brought to you by Donovan RC. Zach, a very good friend of mine. Go check out Donovan RC as well. We have a coupon code for that on the NNRC podcast too. So if you want to check that out, save yourself some money. Check out Donovan RC or let them know you heard about them from Elite RC Productions, Florida RC Championships, and No Name RC Podcasts. As they're off, Bobby jumping out to a big lead right off the bat. When I say Bobby was thrashing yesterday, he was absolutely thrashing on his cars yesterday. Good to have Bobby back into RC signups, getting some improvements. And he's hanging out with us. We went up to North Georgia, shoot out. Mark Moontrace out there in Tiger, Georgia. Says he's coming to Wicked Weekend in July. That's going to be the big race that we're doing here at the Elite RC Productions, the Wicked Weekend. We had a blast there last weekend with Dave Lycom and the Racetime Entertainment. All the top names will be there. We had a great race between the last lap had a mistake. So we look forward to that as well. Have some of my friends coming from South America to that race to race with us. Maybe some of my fellow Bermudians coming up. That is pro. So Indy, no sponsors allowed. In pro stock, you can have sponsors. Joe did on 412.17 for him, a .217. I thank all our sponsors for bringing you the Florida RC Championships. Up next is the final race. Is the Rockstar Hobbies 4-wheel drive 13.5 Pro Stock Buggy. 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in this race. Second lead up on Joe as Bobby goes 5:05 pace. He'd want to pick it up a little bit. He wants to get... Oh, Bobby getting it wrong. It's going to fall off that foul. It's down to 12:503. So Bobby got just over Bobby. Not like that. But gets it under control. This is 17.5 enabled customized charge cables. Lipo bag. Best lipo bags in the business, in my opinion. In fact, Bobby backed onto a 12:503 pace with 42 seconds left on the clock. Looking quite dialed. Let's see if you can see that shine coming off the blue groove there. That means traction's there. 24.6 for Bobby. That over that tabletop one more time for Bobby. An overall win. Well done to RC sign up Bobby. Joe Dudonsky will finish in second. Breck Burns in third and Emma Ryan fourth. And that's how they'll finish overall as well. Next, our last race of the day. The Person Garcia, Adrian Gibson, Joe Dudensky, C. Dobson, Kevin Ramos, Kyle Rollins, Rodolay Torres, Teddy Davis, and Henry Clappert. Patrick taking A1, followed by Nelson Garcia, Nico Paro in third. Spallone in fourth. Kyle Rollins in fifth. Kevin Ramos finished 6th. Henry Clappert 7th. Rodolay in 8th. C. Dobson 9th. Adrian Gibson 10th. Teddy Davis 11th. And Joe Dudonsky in 12th. So all up for grabs here. Patrick took A1 from... as they go out and they have 1 minute and 10 seconds for their warm-up. I want to thank everybody for joining us, and thank you everybody that came by to Coral Springs. This is the Florida RC Championship 10 Scale Series round number 4 from the iconic Coral Springs. You just know Coral Springs from that beautiful red clay out there. This is Danny Paz, our man behind the camera. This is his home track. This is where he started doing his video stuff. It started with a GoPro on top of a short course truck for Danny Paz here at this track. Is it? All right. As these guys get gridded up and ready to rumble, this is our last race of the day. Track will be open for practice after this. As we pack up, I might want to go get some practice too. Got to get ready for the 4x4 short course challenge that Danny has challenged me to at Capital City. So I better get some practice. Take on Danny Paz in 4x4 short course. And they are off. Spallone getting off to a good start. Right behind him is Nico Parra. It looks like a Rossiter. Whoa. Parra almost took the lead from him. And now these guys, there is a four-way battle for first right now. It's going to be, somebody got it wrong there. It's going to be, oh, wow. You know who's going to come out the winner? Patrick Rossiter. Followed by Nico Parra, Adrian Gibson, Dustin Spallone, Teddy Davis, Nelson Garcia, Kyle Robbins, C. Dobson, Henry Clabert, Kevin Ramos, and Rodley Torres. Right now, Patrick got a rear view mirror full of young Nico Parra. Patrick, your A1 winner. Patrick, 23.3 for him, 23.7 for Parra. Separated by 0.8 of a second, these two. Actually pulling away from the rest of the pack, so Spallone going to have to find something, or going to have to hope for some mistakes. If he wants to turn that TQ into a win, he can still turn it into a win. Time to beat set by Patrick of 13.508. And nobody on that pace, not even Patrick from A1. So Spallone in big trouble of not transforming that TQ into a win. Patrick looking to wrap it up. He does have, if it finishes like this, it's going to be Patrick Rossiter, Nelson Garcia, Nico Parra overall. Nico would want to put the hammer on and try to challenge Patrick. He probably can't take the overall, but he can take second. These guys are way off the original. Not way off, but 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. And there we see Patrick in some lap trap. Parra gets by. Great move by Nico Parra as he sneaks by on the inside. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a racer in four-wheel drive wheeler. 13.5. Parra just in front of Patrick by 3/100 of a second, and he loses that. Parra just going to hang behind him. That blue car going to move out of the way, and we have a great race between that green and white car, Patrick Rossiter, and that orange and blue car of Nico Parra. And around that 180 over this tabletop they go. They're going to be separated by mere 1/100 of a second when they come across the line. And they are separated by 0.3 of a second. And Parra very fast right here, challenging Patrick Rossiter. Rossiter having to go into defense mode and shut the door on Parra. As they come through the rhythm section, Parra, power move, but can't make it stick as Patrick shuts the door. And around the straightaway up into the bank they go again. And down the straightaway they go. Parra losing a little bit of time. 0.6 of a second back. But this is where Parra makes up a lot of time on Patrick through here in this rhythm section. They got the veteran racer, Patrick Rossiter versus young Nico Parra. Nico coming through. Gets a little bit squirrely. That's the breathing room that Patrick needed. There we see experience versus youthful enthusiasm. Patrick now got a clear stretch ahead of him and no sight of Parra, as Parra is going to drop to about, way back actually. 6.8 seconds. So Parra had an accident off camera. And there's Patrick. All for him to lose now with 1 minute and 34 seconds left to go. Patrick the Squirrel Rossiter. We call him Squirrel because Just read his shirt. No, because he is the screeching squirrel of the Elite RC production team. He'll be fully focused on one thing and then be like, squirrel! Patrick now out to a commanding lead over Para, avoiding some wreck traffic. Uh-oh, getting taken out. Oh, my goodness. They were playing pinball with Rossiter just now. Nico still 5.3 back. Any mistake by Patrick, though, is going to give Nico some chance to take this. Nico still in second on the race, but will finish third over. Teddy Davis now up to third, followed by Nelson Garcia. Spallone down in fifth. So Spallone not having his way in four-wheel drive 13.5 this weekend. He did take the TQ, but unlikely that he will take a win here. If Patrick now getting out of that kerfuffle and into somewhat clear air, as that person knows how to get out of the way of a leader. Well done. And Patrick looking very dialed at 23.9 for him. He's got the fastest lap of the race at 23.1. Patrick has a 3.5 second lead over Para, though. But this will be the last lap. But anything can happen in racing, and there can be oh my goodness, like that car could have just taken Patrick out and broke a ball cup. And that would have been it. And there we go, as Patrick comes down, and he comes across, and he will take the overall win, the A1 and A2 win. Nico Para finished second. And actually, Para's time was enough to get him in front of Nelson Garcia. He'll finish second overall, followed by Teddy Davis, Nelson Garcia, Kyle Rollins, Adrian Gibson, Dustin Spillane, Henry Clappert, Kevin Ramos, C. Dobson, Joe Dodonsky. And overall will be Patrick Rossiter, Nico Para, Nelson Garcia, Teddy Davis, Dustin Spallone, Kyle Rollins, Adrian Gibson, Kevin Ramos, Henry Clappert, Rodolay Torres, C. Dobson, and Joe Dodonsky. Well, guys, that has been it for today. Unfortunately, our interview camera has gone down as well with the network, so we can't really do interviews. We're going to do some, Danny's going to take the prize presentations. We will leave the audio on of Lance doing it. That will be all. Okay, so yeah, we can't even show that because we have no camera. So that's going to end our broadcast for today. We do greatly apologize for the network issues that we had, but it was kind of out of control. We appreciate you all for tuning in. I am Lefty the Great of the No Name RC podcast, and you have been watching the Florida RC Championships 110 scale, round 4 from the iconic Coral Springs. Congratulations to all the podium finish and winners, and to all the racers. Big thank you for all of them coming on and racing with us, and to all the sponsors of the series. We want to thank you for your support. Please go show them some love. It helps us out a lot. We will see you all next week at SO Raceway, and then at the